What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Divisional Round of the playoffs. Part 2, Day 2. We are streaming these games back-to-back today. We first have the Texans traveling, well, they're already there, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots. The winner of that game is obviously going to play the Denver Broncos, who beat the Bills in overtime last night. The bad news for the Broncos, though, is Bo Nix is done. He broke a bone, fractured a bone in his ankle on the third-to-last play on offense. It was on the little QB-designed run left side. They lost 2 yards. You have no Bo Nix. So whoever wins this game has a pretty decent chance of making it to the Super Bowl. You can't write off the Broncos completely with their defense and how good they are, but Jarrett Stidham hasn't played a real NFL snap in like 2 years, and that's QB2. Crazier things have happened. We will see what ends up happening there in the AFC Championship game. But for now, first and foremost, it's this game right here. Patriots against the Texans. The Texans' defense is so good that I do think they could carry the Texans in this game to a victory. I put money down on the Texans winning. With that being said, if CJ Stroud turns into AI and glitches out on multiple plays, fumbles a few times. It was 5 total fumbles last week, right? But he lost only a couple of them, 2 or 3, I can't remember. And then he threw a pick in the red zone. If CJ Stroud does that, doesn't play clean football, no, they're not winning this game. The Patriots are absolutely not only going to win this game, but they're probably making it to the Super Bowl because whoever wins this game, again, most likely beats the Broncos. So it's going to be a long day. It's going to be fun. Playoff football is here. I'm stoked about it. FLDB, he'll be here soon, but he's going to be running the scoreboard like always. And we're going to be going back to back. So we're going to stream this game. Then we're going to end this stream and then basically go right to the next one, which is Rams Bears. I'm super excited about it. FLDB, what's up, dude? Good morning or afternoon. It's one of those days. How are you feeling about this game? Patriots, Texans. You might have heard me, but I said I have the Texans winning if CJ Stroud and that offense plays a clean game and a close one. I went 1-1 yesterday, but what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I went 2-0 yesterday, so I think
braggadocious
here. I think the Patriots will pull this one off. The weather is on their side. It looks sloppy out there. It's snowy and windy, and I think that benefits the Patriots more than the Texans.
For sure.
And I think it will have an impact. So I think the Patriots win, let's say 30-20. 10-point win. 10-point win. I know the defense for the Texans are good, but the Patriots have a great offense.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And just me saying, hey, I think the Texans can pull off a close game. It doesn't negate anything that the Patriots are doing really well this year with May, MVP candidate. They've got weapons all over the place. Defense is still... That's probably their weakness, but Mike Vrabel, defensive-minded head coach, turned that team around. And, we'll see what happens. But you've got all kinds of options for Drake May. The question is, how are they going to look against the Texans' defense? They had 2 turnovers last week, so they got to play a clean game as well. But, whether that's Diggs kind of having a day, you've got Booty, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, the ground game with Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. There's certainly some options there for the Texans. It's worth noting they are without Nico Collins. He did not clear concussion protocol. That's their wide receiver 1. So you've got to have just other guys step up. Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Xavier Hutchinson, Christian Kirk had a monster day last week. So you'll be looking at that. And then lean on the ground game. Dare Agumbawale, Woody Marks, Nick Chubb, the trio there. And they got Dalton Schultz and Cade Stover as well. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm very intrigued to see how it all plays out. Sarah, thank you for the membership. Darian with the 2-bomb. Whoever wins, easy ticket to the Super Bowl. But most likely the Broncos were going to be... I'm not sure I would have had the Broncos winning the AFC Championship regardless. Depending on who won, we would just have to have seen. But without Bo Nix, I really am unsure. I would not put any money down on the Broncos winning unless the odds were insane that you just put money down for fun with a high ROI in case they pull off what could be a pretty big miracle. But the Broncos are going to be home, Mile High Stadium, the elevation, all that. It's at least worth mentioning that even with Jarrett Stidham. Defensive game incoming. Yeah, it could be a little bit of a lower scoring affair. Bears and Rams will be pretty fun. I'm excited about that. I didn't make any underdog picks for this game, but I kind of want to. Do I have time? Maybe. I had some picks. Let's see. How am I feeling about this game? I like Diggs. Higher, 3.5 receptions. Sounds good to me. Ooh. What else do we got going on? Christian Kirk. I mean, he had a monster game. You have no Nico. 38.5 receiving yards is his line. And let's go. Where's CJ Stroud at? What do we got over here, bud? My gosh. I'll go higher than half a passing TD. I bet he hits that. I bet he at least hits that. It's at least for fun, a little three-legger. 40% profit boost. Bam. We at least have something. We have some picks for this game. But let me know in the comments down below who you think's winning. Maybe if Brand or one of the mods can make a poll, who do you have winning this game? We could go Texans by more than one score, Texans by one score, Patriots by one score, Patriots by more than one score. Rex with a $10 bomb. Thanks for the hard work this season. Man, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out and consuming the content. That means a lot to me. Means a whole lot. Who do I got? Texans in a close one. But not if CJ Stroud plays like a robot on a few plays like he did last week. Here's my reason for saying that. I just think the Texans defense is arguably the best defense we've seen in many years, just as a complete unit. If any defense can carry an offense to the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Texans. But CJ Stroud can't fumble the ball 5 times. You can't throw a pick, and it's pouring down rain right now. It's cold. It's going to be a very interesting, intriguing game. It's only like 34 degrees right now. So it's not like freezing, but it's going to be a wet weather game, slippery, defensive battle, probably a bit lower scoring. But thanks, Rex, for the 10 bomb. 20-17, Houston takes the dub. Yeah, since the 08 Ravens. Whew. Texans defense might carry them. That's the defense that has the ability to do that. They have the ability to carry the Texans. But again, you have to play super clean, conservative football on offense if you're CJ Stroud. Like, don't glitch out. We're about to get this game started, though. Okay, Houston won the toss, deferred. So they're going to get the ball to start the second half, and they are going to be kicking to begin this game. Fairbairn with the kick, and here we go. Divisional round day 2. The ball is caught in the end zone. Kneel down. Patriots ball at the 35. Let's get it. All right, Drake May taking the field. Crowd cheering him on, of course. Home field advantage is a real thing, especially in the playoffs. Are they chanting MVP? Maybe? They might have been. 0-0, says Drake May. The number of rings Josh Allen has as he hands the ball off to Ramondre Stevenson up the gut for 0 yards. I didn't need to give Josh Allen a random stray. Those guys are feeling it enough. He hopped up to the line saying 0-0. Had to make a joke somehow. You hope Drake May can run? Oh, he can run. He can definitely run. It is, yeah, pouring down rain. It's borderline, potentially could be a little snowy depending how cold it gets. On 2nd and 10, pass right side to Hunter Henry, broken up, incomplete 3rd and 10. This is going to be an ugly game, dude. I'm feeling it. Especially because it's mainly because of the weather. I have the same amount of rings as Allen. Dude, I got 3. No, I'm just playing. I don't got any. I got none. I got zip. 3rd and 10 for the Patriots on the opening drive. It's about to be a punt fest. I feel it in my soul. From the 35, quick pass to Diggs, right side, via a bubble screen, but he's doesn't have much to work with there. Gets 5 yards. 4th and 5, 3 and out goes the Patriots. Punt number 1. Which team is going to have the biggest special teams errors in this game? That could be the difference between a win or a loss. Because of the weather. Pouring down rain right now. Bryce with the punt. It's up. It bounces at the 23 into the arms of Knoll, who was waiting. Oh, boy. He's at the 25, gets up to the 27, tackled from behind. I thought he had a little room to work with on that delayed return. He was waving it off. It bounced right into his arms. And C.J. Stroud in the offense is coming out to a bunch of boos. They're talking about it. But yeah, it was a disaster, really, offensively for the Texans last week. 5 total fumbles. Some of that was on the center. Some of that was on Stroud. An interception in the red zone. You got to play a much cleaner game in this one. At the 26-yard line under center. Play action to Woody Marks. It's a rollout right. Christian Kirk as the intended target, incomplete, or Hutchinson rather. I thought that said 13. He slipped and fell. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Yeah, you tried to catch him off guard on a run or a play action bootleg. You know the Patriots were expecting run. Stroud was just a little bit off on that throw through a Peyton Manning past his prime wobbler, and Hutchinson couldn't make the adjustment as he slipped on the field. 2nd and 10. Yeah, very slick. It's like ice. From the shotgun, they're going to hand it off to Woody Marks up the middle, and he's going to maybe get 3. You're looking at a 3rd and 7. Bad throw. Yeah, the ball slipped out of his arms, or his hand, rather. Slipped out of his arms. He's just throwing with both arms. Yeah, slipped out of his hands. All right, hurry up offense. Stroud throws 3rd and 7, bobbled up into the air and almost picked off. Christian Kirk couldn't haul it in. Ellis almost picked that off of the deflection. Kirk was wide open. It just bounced off of his chest. Oh, dude, that ball was almost picked off. Yeah, Kirk's coming off a monster game last week, over 100 yards. But I understand it's slick, it's wet, it's like borderline pouring, it's sleeting, it's disgusting weather, but dude, you got to haul that one in. That was right in the breadbasket. Yeah, holy drop indeed. Okay, Tommy Townsend, the former Kansas City Chiefs, with the first punt for Houston. Going to be returned at the 25-yard line, all the way up to the 33, 34. Jones with a pretty decent return there. 16 yards on the return. And there's only been 2 minutes in this game, and there's been 2 punts. We should take the over-under on the amount of punts in this game, because it might be a lot. Yeah, this is going to be an ugly game, Top. I believe you. Yeah, almost. I was almost picked off indeed. Yes, sir. Very close. Them Texans boys not ready for the weather, said Andy with the 2. It's not that cold, but it is pouring down rain. I think the Texans, they play in a dome, don't they? FLDB? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so they're not used to really, at home at least, any elements. Man, what a crazy day of playoff football yesterday, huh? Bills losing in overtime. And then the second game was a bloodbath. I had the Seahawks winning. The 49ers were just gutted with injuries. No Fred Warner, no Bosa, no Kittle. CMC banged up his shoulder. You're throwing passes to Sky Moore, DeMarcus Robinson once all was said and done, because obviously you have no Ayuk. I mean, you were just extremely banged up, and you got bullied bad. Franco is back again with the 200 ARS. Let's go, man. Sorry if my donation isn't much. Your country's currency is devalued. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what the conversion rate is on that, but you don't have to apologize for any of that, man. I never expect super chats, so I'm just always grateful, and it's no problem at all. I hope the Patriots win, said Franco. Otherwise, I don't know who to root for because the 49ers lost and the Chiefs are not there. By the way, Boca Juniors play today. Ooh, that's your team. I know it. Let's go. Maybe they'll get a W. Patriots could very well win this game for sure. I'm very intrigued to see how it all shakes out here. Thanks so much for the 200 ARS, brother. Appreciate that. Cole says, ball with the 5. Do you know anyone who does ankle transplants? Absolutely devastated. Yeah, I think Ball, if I remember correctly, is a Broncos fan. Dude, I made a short form video reacting to the Bo Nix injury, and I dropped it this morning. But it's just like, how much of a gut punch was that injury, right? Because Bo Nix finished out the game, walked off the field, had the post-game interview. Sean Payton, God bless, spoke at the presser post-game, left, and then came back out several minutes later to break the news. We're back from commercial break. Speaking of news, it's going to be a screen pass to Ramondre Stevenson. He slips his way up for 8 or 9. But yeah, how gutted must everybody be in Broncos country, from coaching staff, players, fans, to find out that after they're going to the AFC Championship game, beating probably the hardest opponent they have left, and that's not to disrespect the Texans or the Patriots, because they're obviously here for a reason as well in the divisional round, but then you find out your QB is done with a fractured bone in his ankle, and it's going to be Jarrett Stidham starting instead. Insane. From under center, May hands it off. Ramondre Stevenson bounces outside. Whoo! Bullock shoves him out of bounds, but not before he gets 20. 9-yard screen, 20-yard run. Ramondre Stevenson is cooking. Sean Peyton Manning. I said Peyton Manning. It's like, what? What? Peyton Manning? It's not extremely random because Peyton Manning obviously finished with the Broncos. But definitely Sean Payton. It's going to be a pitch left side on 1st and 10, and that is blown up for a 2 or 3 yard loss. Travion Henderson is going nowhere because Jalen Petrie flew downhill, allowed nothing to happen. In fact, -2 yards is where that one went. Man, the Texans defense is so good. Top notch with the membership. Appreciate it, brother. How much is the Iron Man helmet? It was from Instagram, custom made. It was kind of expensive, to be honest with you, but it's so sick. 2nd and 12 at the 39. May steps back to throw. It's another screen pass to Henderson. Blown up for a 3-yard loss. You're looking at a 3rd and 15. Yeah, man, this Texans defense. I am envious. Just from top to bottom. Secondary, linebackers, Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson on the edges. Complete unit. And the weather here is going to affect the Patriots and really the Texans' ability to attack downfield at times. But Drake May on 3rd and 14, he's got 3 to his right, fires, middle of the field, caught, Diggs, diving forward 1 yard shy of the line to gain. You're looking at a 4th and 1 here. 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first. I think you go for it. Maybe 4th and 2. Okay, they're going to say 4th and 1. I'm going. You're deep in your own territory. It's slippy, slidey. Slippy's not a word, but just you never know what a field goal could look like in this weather. At the 28, 4th and 1, May in the gun, Demario Douglas in motion. 2 to each side has May for options. As the Texans are unable to find an answer, and Demario Douglas catches the ball, middle of the field, missed tackle, touchdown, Patriots. Oh, buddy, 28 yards on 4th and 1. Oh, my goodness. The Texans got caught sleeping a little bit. They're playing the short field. They had somebody that could have blitzed off the edge, but they're playing short. trying not to allow a conversion, but Drake May finds Demario Douglas, who went in motion pre-snap, middle of the field. You had a missed tackle, and the extra point is good to make it 7-0. Patriots on top. Yeah, it was just a great throw by May. Douglas had there was nobody in the middle of the field after that. They had nothing. You're playing sidelines. You're playing shallow. Great play there by the Patriots. 7-0 quick. Just like that, FLDB. So here's where you're going to get in trouble if you're Houston. If you can't stay in it in a dogfight, I mean, if the defense can't carry, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, the Texans offense, I mean, without Nico Collins, is definitely not going to be high flying and be able to keep up with the Patriots offense if they get behind.
Yes, sir. Your volume sounds a little low. Is it just you talking quiet? Not sure. Just sounded a little bit low. Yeah?
Yeah, I might have had a little low.
That was a great play call. Took advantage of the middle of the field. Donald said, thanks for your play-by-play coverage. I don't have cable. Hey, no problem, Donald. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We do it for the love of the game. No, we do it because it's playoff football. I know it's not a Chiefs game. Some people ask, why are you streaming this? I stream playoff games every single year. The Chiefs have just happened to be in the playoffs, but we've streamed a bunch of non-Chiefs games in the postseason. It's always fun, man. I'm here for playoff football. I live for playoff football. I woke up excited. Even after a long day yesterday, woke up excited. This is what you wait for. You don't need cable to watch. That's true. You could use an antenna and get some local TV. I'm sure there's some other ways to watch it too, maybe. If you have NFL Plus, I think you could watch on your phone. Can the Chiefs beat the Patriots next season? Ask me next season. Let's see how free agency and the draft goes. Yeah, they're showing a replay of the touchdown. Oh, Kalen Bullock tried to jump the route. He got his fingertips on it, diving, and he just couldn't get enough.
So close.
It was so close. It's high risk, high reward when you try to break on a ball like that. But he almost just batted that ball straight to the ground and spiked it. Just a game of inches sometimes, man. Great throw, though. I mean, right on the money for May. Not surprised. Short kick, caught at the 10 on the run by Berrios, but he slips and falls, sliding down near the 30. Probably going to spot him at about the 26, 27-yard line. So CJ Stroud and company take the field to try it again. It went punt, touchdown Patriots. Let's see what kind of answers the Texans have. Jeez, the Texans are 0-6 in the divisional round in franchise history. They've only been around since when? 2000-ish, 2003 or 90. They haven't been around for a long time. But 0-6 in the divisional round is rough. Is Tank Dell still on the Texans? Yes, but he's still rehabbing the knee, aiming to make it back for next year. Dalton Schultz in motion at the 29. CJ Stroud is going to hand that ball off to Woody Marks. He's going to make a nice little cut, but he gets absolutely obliterated after 3 yards. His helmet flies off even. His helmet's going to remember that number. 2004, thank you. I couldn't remember. I knew it was like the early thousands. 2002, 2004, yeah, one of those. I think they're the newest NFL franchise. My memory serves me right, out of all of them. All right, at the 31, 2nd and 8, Stroud in the gun. 3 to his left. He's going to take a shot down the left side, almost picked off. Jaden Higgins turned into a defensive back. Carlton Davis almost picked it off. Wow. I don't mind C.J. Stroud going the one-on-one here, but he underthrows Higgins a little bit. Yeah, you can't. That's not good. No bueno, CJ. You trying to glitch out and get some turnovers early in this one like last week or what? 3rd and 8, Papa HBTC with the $20 super sticker. Dad, thanks, man. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate you. Stroud from the gun, steps back. He's got time. Surveying, runs up, throws left side late. Schultz is open. There's nobody. 50, 40, 35, 30. Hit out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Holy smokes. On 3rd and 8. Dalton Schultz he's completely forgotten about. Completely forgotten about. Like the New York Jets the last 10 plus years. We just don't even think about him. 42 yards. As CJ Stroud just has so much time, eventually steps up like he's going to scramble, hits Schultz late left side. Nobody there. Just like that, they're at the 27-yard line. That was a great play. Stroud under center. And there was some dancing early. Flag on the play. It was false start rather on Dalton Schultz. So he makes a great play, then costs his team 5. What's up, Hi Cole? There you go. 2003 is the Texans. I knew it was like right around like a couple years after 2000. I just couldn't remember the exact year. Yeah, my bad. Why are the Jets taking strays? My bad. Play action, roll out left, pressure. What a freaking throw caught by Jaden Higgins with Patriots all around him. That was a great throw. It was play action. You had to roll left, but there was a free runner off the edge, and Stroud just kind of had to let that thing. It wasn't a free runner, but he was coming off of chip help after Schultz. And Stroud is leaping up into the air, making a perfect throw. If Stroud can do that, I mean, you could have a bit of a game here. That went for 9. But remember, full start backs him up 5, so it's 2nd and 6 at the 28. One man in motion. Stroud looks. Batted up into the air. Dangerous. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Anytime a ball gets batted up in the air like that, if you're the offense, is an moment. If you're defense, it's, oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, he tried to target Hutchinson. It got batted up into the air. Ellis making another play. Remember, Ellis on the last drive almost picked that ball off. This time he batted it up into the air. What up, Jace? How you doing, man? 3rd and 6. We got Stroud stepping back. Throws. Caught this time by Christian Kirk, middle of the field, turning up to the 12. That's what you needed from Kirk last time. Oh, late flag. Very late flag. What's the call? Uh-oh. Ooh, they're talking potential face mask here. If so, that's half the distance to the goal. Potentially here. Cole, reaction to the Bills' loss last night. I talked about it in a few videos. Yep, personal foul. Face mask on Davis. Half the distance to the penalty. Carlton Davis just trying to make a tackle. Got his fingers caught. It's not an egregious face mask, but it wasn't intentional. But a face mask is a face mask is a face mask, and they're going to call that. Yeah, I've made a few short-form reaction videos on the Broncos and Bills game. I didn't go off on Josh Allen, but I just said you need to stop the QB1 talk with Josh Allen. 0-7 in overtime in his career, 0-3 in overtime in the playoffs. You just got to stop. It's going to be a handoff, 1st and goal at the 6.5, and Woody Marks is going absolutely nowhere. Literally 0 yards. Blown up there. I do feel for Allen. Like, I watched his post-game presser, and he shouldered the responsibility for the loss, felt gutted, felt like he let his team down, and he's not really wrong. Obviously, they had other plays that could have been made, but James Cook fumbled. Josh Allen was strip-sacked. So those two, not on him, right? But you missed a few crucial throws. You fumble before halftime to give the Broncos 3. You throw 2 picks. That's not good enough. Play action on 2nd and goal. Stroud is going to check it down on a rollout to Dalton Schultz, and he's going to get to the 2. 3rd and goal at the 2. So I don't mind Josh Allen. If you guys have been around long enough, you know I'm not a Josh Allen hater. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he's not QB1 in the NFL. And I don't know what other proof you need for people to accept that fact. Can you show up when it matters most, aka in the playoffs, or can you not? That's the question. Stroud, meanwhile, on 3rd and goal. Can they get into the end zone? Woody Marks waltzes in, untouched for a touchdown. However, there is a flag. Oh, boy. Laundry on the field, and it was thrown as soon as the ball was snapped. Is it illegal formation? False start on the offense? What do we got going on? Oh, illegal shift. Goodness. 3rd and goal at the 2. Illegal motion. Illegal shift, rather. 5-yard penalty. You want to win this game? You can't be doing that. Insane. They said 2 guys moved? It's because of 72 in I formation going into a 3-point stance as Dalton Schultz was going in motion. He had to get set and didn't because of that. 3rd and goal, though, trips to the left. Stroud's got a bunch of time and just lofts one, throws it away? If you're a Texans fan, you've got to be gutted here. You had a touchdown. Illegal shift, negates it, 5-yard penalty, and now what? You're settling for 3? Yeah, these are the opportunities as an offense when you're not the best offense in the world as it is, right? You needed a touchdown there bad. Texans from the right hash. Fairbairn with the kick, it's good, 3-7. That is a costly one there for that Texans offense. What happened? Well, they had a touchdown. It was taken off the board. On that 3rd and goal, Stroud just had to, he was trying to just survey. Pressure eventually got there, and he threw it away. What happened to Stroud? Yeah, I don't know. He had a really good rookie year. They've had O-line issues for some of it, which is part of the problem, but yeah, it could have been miscommunication as well. Dean said, I think he thought the guy could have been going to the corner. I mean, when I say he threw it away, I should probably be a little bit more descriptive there. He threw it into the field of play. It was into the end zone, but there was just nobody there. So it was kind of like a throwaway, but you're still giving a guy a chance. So it could have been miscommunication. I just feel like he held onto the ball so long, you're maybe at that point in time going on a bit of a scramble drill. You're down 50 highway in Sedalia. Nice. Not too far from me. The NFL found a new favorite. Pats will be carried by the refs. Oh, my God, dude. I can't stand the ref stuff, man. It's so lame. No, if that's your prerogative, that's fine. But, dude, the ref stuff is just freaking lame to me. And I keep the same energy on both sides because the Chiefs... winning games, refs, rigged. I just called a bunch of people cry because of it. And now, I don't do the ref stuff either. Now, is there a bad call? I'll talk about it. Come on, dude. Carried by the refs? If the Patriots win this game, they're going to the Super Bowl not because of the refs. It's because of Jarrett Stidham starting at quarterback. Cooks caught that pass, highly debated. That was a crazy one. I kept watching the replay. Sean McDermott said he watched every replay for 20 minutes after the game, and he said that was a catch, and you can't convince him otherwise. The reality is you got to survive the ground, and I don't think he survived the ground. But there's people online arguing it back and forth, swearing by it. The call on the field was he didn't survive the ground, and you move on, but... that was obviously a costly one. I believe that was in overtime. And that would have had the Bills in field goal range to win it, if I'm remembering it right. Instead, the Broncos drove down and won. It's pretty debated. I've seen people arguing both sides. I'm not super strict on the side of I don't think he survived the ground. I understand why it was kind of like a what the heck difficult thing to try to figure out in the moment there. I do agree with McDermott when he said they should have given that play a longer look and at least reviewed it because you're in overtime and you couldn't challenge, which is why he called a timeout there. But kickoff is up. By the way, Kyle Williams fields it at the goal line and he fumbles. Whoo! But the Patriots jump back on it at the 21. That would have almost been crazy for the Texans. He might have also been down by contact there. Tough to really tell. In real time on that one for me. You guys like this Wolf shirt? I'm just sitting, just pre-doing it. We're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a long time today. All right, at the 22-yard line, Drake May is going to hand this ball off for no gain. Not being able to challenge a play in overtime is absurd. It's got to be one of the NFL's dumbest rules. Well, I don't actually disagree with you, and what's crazy is there's a stigma that the NFL changes rules for the Bills. It's not necessarily true in my eyes, but dude, if they... Do you like that idea of being able to challenge in overtime? Like, is that kind of silly that you can't?
I mean, it's just a rule. For me.
Yeah, but is it a dumb rule? Because rules can be adapted and changed. Weigh in on it in the second. 2nd and 10, play action. May has time, but it's tipped at the line. Falls well short. Falls well short of Stephon Diggs, the intended target there. 3rd and 10 for New England. I think you should be able to have a challenge in overtime.
Well,
why can't you have a challenge?
It was a turnover, and all turnovers are reviewed. So it was already reviewed by New York.
Yeah.
They do that part of it. And you don't challenge New York, I have to say.
You should be able to have a challenge in overtime. They're going to change that rule, by the way, and it's going to look like it's because of the Bills, but I think you should have a challenge in overtime. Drake May stepping back, and he's hit as he threw. If that ball wasn't going forward, that's a fumble. Still out, recovered by the Patriots at the 3-yard line. Good God. His arm might have been moving forward. They are saying it was a fumble. And if you guys want to disagree with me in chat that you don't think you should be able to challenge in overtime, yeah. Wow. Danielle Hunter just slapped that ball right before it was going forward. I think that's a fumble recovered by the Pats at the 3. You're going to lose 10 yards. Yeah, it is a punt. They couldn't get the block. The punt is up. They said it was a loss of 20? It was a loss of 20 almost, actually. Uh-oh. Punt returned out of bounds. Pretty good field position for the Texans. Since we're on a commercial break, I'll expand on my thoughts on why I think you should be able to have a challenge in overtime. It's an extra quarter. It's extra innings. It's a new game, essentially. In the playoffs, especially, I think you should be able to challenge one. Now, I understand it's not a rule, so I'm not over here defending Buffalo. And all turnovers are reviewed. They didn't even really give it extra time, which is why McDermott called a timeout. But the ability to just throw the flag there, challenge it, they probably wouldn't have won because obviously you need overwhelming evidence to return the call on the field or to overturn the call on the field. I wouldn't be surprised though if the owners at the league meetings and all that discuss adding a challenge in overtime. And it's going to be hilarious because everybody's going to be like, dude, every time something happens to the Bills, there's like a potential rule change submitted. But again, even if McDermott could challenge that play, I don't think it changes the outcome of the game. But I was like, that is kind of crazy. You can't challenge in OT. They changed the rule. People say the Bills whine to the NFL. No, I that's why I'm like, it's a tough predicament for Buffalo to be in, because I could get with it, especially in the playoffs. If you're like, hey, you should be able to have a challenge, that's fine. I don't mind it at all. I don't know if like all plays necessary. I mean, the eye in the sky is looking at all the plays, the Joe, and they can expedite some reviews or overturn a few of the calls on the field. Like they're not God in the sense of like they can't just overturn anything. There's like a set amount of parameters, and if the refs miss a call, they can't just look at it and be like, oh, you missed a call, you need to throw a flag, kind of a situation. They can throw a flag, and the eye in the sky can have them pick it up. Glad the Bills lost, said NDG. Stanley said, I say take the time to get the right call. I know it's a time of a broadcast that is really the issue of time, but make the right call either way. Yeah, and maybe at the end of the day, again, it is debated, but I do think that was probably the right call. But I mean, we wouldn't have had to hear Sean McDermott crying about it if he could have thrown a red flag. But if you think that was a catch, that's fine. He doesn't survive the ground in my eyes. But this is coming from a guy who had the Bills winning in a close game, and they ended up losing. So we're back from commercial break. It's going to be a handoff to Woody Marks up near or just across midfield for no gain, 2nd and 10. It was a 55-yard punt returned for 11 by Jalen Knoll to bring the Texans up to the 47, just across midfield here. And Dalton Schultz is going to the locker room. Did you hear anything about that? I did not hear what happened to Dalton Schultz, but he's going back to the locker room right now. So for now, no Schultz, no Nico Collins. Down your top two guys. The broadcast obviously just said that as well. Stroud, though, throws middle of the field, broken up, incomplete, no flag. Jaden Higgins was the intended target. Woodson breaks it up. Dangerous pass. Stroud tried to force it in. Pressure was bearing down on him from the interior. And Higgins was lined up left side in the slot. And that was dangerous. Yeah, watching the replay, it was almost another pick. Stroud's almost thrown a couple in this game. Yeah, McCole Hardman is a funny thing we could talk about too. CJ Stroud on 3rd and 10, a bunch of pressure, lofts it up, caught. Higgins high-pointed it. And I think he's going to be shy of the first down, shy of the line to gain. 4th and 1. You got to go. 4th and 1, go for it. Man, they bring a lot of pressure. Stroud throws the side that pressure came from, and Higgins made an incredible grab on an out route near the sticks. High points it. I mean, in the rain, pouring down rain. Possession, 2 feet in bounds. Clearly a catch, but he's also clearly shy. 4th and 1 at the 38. Stroud under center. Is it a sneak? Analytics say go. They're going. And it's a handoff. Chubb is able to just get enough. It was a handoff right side to Chubb. He kind of like, it was a weird play. He like completely halted and then got enough. Oh boy. Dalton Schultz questionable to return with a calf injury. He pulled up lame, grabbing at his left calf in the end zone on 3rd and goal. That is tough. For an offense that already has some struggles, you have no Nico Collins, and now Dalton Schultz, your primary weapon with Nico Collins out as tight end 1. Questionable to return. CJ Stroud, meanwhile, throws a pick. That's not a catch, by the way. I don't think he got both feet in. They actually are going to rule it an interception. What a freaking play. Let me see. Diving. Oh, knees down. That's a pick. What a freaking play. CJ Stroud turned into AI. That was almost his 3rd pick of the game. What a play. Diving. That knee looks down. The shin looks down. Inbounds on like real time. I didn't think he got inbounds. But there's the knee. Maintain possession through the ground. I don't see him lose control. That's going to be confirmed. Diving grab Overthrows, I think that's Christian Kirk if that's 13. Oh my goodness. That was a bad throw, buddy. Yeah, I mean, all of these turnovers are reviewed, but FLDB, that's an interception, right? It looks like it to me.
Yeah. Knee down, inbounds. He survived the ground. And yeah, I think that's interception.
What a play, because Carlton Davis dove to get it. And to have the field awareness. Yeah, to have the field awareness to get that knee down. And that knee was like a half inch from touching the sideline. It was just perfect play by him. 1 foot in. So if the knee/shin is down, that's all you need. You need 2 feet or a body part such as the shin, the knee. I think if you're diving forward, obviously if he was a little further back and like his elbow, forearm went down, yeah, you were pointing at it, FLDB. If his elbow or forearm goes down before going out of bounds, that's fine. We saw it yesterday kind of in the inverse, which obviously this makes sense, but it was an almost, somebody almost picked off a ball yesterday or almost had a catch, but their wrist touched out of bounds first before everything else. But if you get that one arm or forearm or that one knee or shin down inbounds, it's a catch. Somebody said meow. Meow? Meow mix? Brenda with the 5. NFL will probably change it as soon as it's a Chiefs advantage. I don't know. But you're talking about a challenge in overtime. I like the overtime rules being changed, even though, yes, the rules didn't change until the Bills lost in the 13-second game in overtime to the Chiefs. The Chiefs lost a similar way to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, right? The Patriots, they ended up getting the ball in overtime, and Mahomes never saw the field, won it. Tom Brady and them ended up going on to the Super Bowl. But then the 21 divisional round game, the 13-second game, Chiefs beat the Bills. Josh Allen never gets to touch the field, and that was eventually enough to get the rules changed. We'll see what happens, but I think you should be able to have a challenge in overtime. That's just me, though. Yeah, C.J. Stroud, they were showing the replay as he threw to Kirk left side. I don't know, it's kind of a bad throw, and Davis makes a hell of a play. Interception. It's Patriots ball, and that was a turnover near the red zone. So remember, I said, hey, I think the Texans can win this game because the defense is good enough to carry, but the offense, they cannot shoot themselves in the foot multiple times like last week, and so far, that was a 5-yard run, by the way, on first down, so it's 2nd and 5 for the Pats. But on the opening, or not the opening drive, but the opening opportunity for the Texans to score, they did score. Illegal shift or illegal motion negates that, and they have to settle for 3, and then they're near the red zone on this previous drive. Broken play, by the way, on 2nd and 5, and Mace dives forward near the line to gain on a broken play scramble, and it's a fumble. Texans say they have it. The question is, was he down by contact? What is the ruling on the field? If so, oh boy, they are saying it's Texans ball. What happened was Drake May tried to hand the ball off. Azeez Al-Shaair came away with it. Drake May turned around. That ball got punched out. Peanut punch. That is a fumble. That is the Texans ball. And that is why, if you are the offense for the Texans, you just don't be dumbasses. And you have a chance to win this game because the defense is so freaking good. Perfect punch out on Drake May. Insane. So back-to-back turnovers here, giving the offense for the Texans the ball right back, who, again, I was just saying, the Texans just need competency on offense. The defense is clearly going to give you opportunity after opportunity. But Stroud, they've got to take advantage of this, and you've got to score a touchdown. You're at the 27. Stroud in the gun, Kirk in motion. Stroud looks left, fires, caught by Higgins, left side for 6. Both teams are jittery. This is awful football. Sure. I mean, it's pouring down rain / sleeting and snowing, so the elements are real. But also, you have to give credit where credit is due. It was a perfect punch-out by Togiai. I hope I said his last name right, but that was a perfect peanut punch. Textbook. The defense makes plays, too. At the 22-yard line, 2nd and 5, Stroud hands it off right side. Marks bounces outside. Tackled just shy of the line to gain. He wants a face mask penalty. The refs say no. As a Chiefs supporter, watching Texans defense makes you jealous. Yeah. I mean, they're the best defense I've seen in years. End of first quarter, by the way, commercial break time. Yep, conditions are bad. Have to protect the ball. So if we go back to the fumble, it was a broken play. Drake May went to hand the ball off, and I can't remember if it was Travion Henderson to Ernest Johnson or Travion Henderson back there, or Ramondre Stevenson back there. But they went one way, and Drake May tried to hand it off the other way. Well, when it's a run play called, you turn to hand the ball off and your running back isn't there. Drake May's like, oh gosh, golly gee, and tried to scramble up, and that's what happens sometimes. What would you say Houston defense and the Broncos defense is close, or you think Houston is still a lot better? So I think when you're arguing about the top 5 defenses in the NFL, I think they're all pretty close. But I think the Texans defense has less weaknesses overall. I think they're just the most complete defense. But I'm not sitting here saying they're leaps and bounds better, but they are better. Golly gee. I don't know if Drake May curses, so I Kirk Cousined it. Kirk Cousins it. We got people arguing about Kansas and Missouri in the chat. Yeah, the Chiefs are moving to Kansas in 2031. It is unfortunate for Arrowhead to no longer be a thing. I've lived in Kansas half my life, Missouri half my life, was born in Missouri, currently live in Missouri. I voted as a Jackson County resident to keep the Chiefs in Missouri, but understand why it didn't pass because the plan was awful, especially paired with the Royals. It just wasn't a well-put-together plan, and part of me wonders if the Chiefs intentionally wanted it to fail so they could go explore other options and say, well, we tried, y'all voted no, and now we're going to Kansas. Like, part of me wonders if that was the... I know I'm being a little conspiratorial with that, but part of me wonders if they wanted to brand new everything all along, and they wouldn't look nearly as bad if the county voted it down, right? Well, we tried, guys. We had upgrades lined up, and you guys voted no, even though the plan sucked. So we're moving to Kansas. So it is bittersweet, man. But I've lived on both sides of the state line. There's people that are college fans, like MUKU, that care way more than I do. There's history there between Kansas and Missouri if you want to go back in time way further, but I don't care, dude. Great people on both sides of the state line. Back from commercial break, starting the second quarter, 3rd and 1. The Texans are up at the 17-yard line here. Bentley said 100% what happened. Am I a Royals fan? Yeah. I mean, I don't really watch any other sports, but I'm a Kansas City fan. Stover, tight end sneak, right side, got 2. First down. Yeah, I'm a Kansas City fan in the sense of anybody. Sporting KC, Royals, any of the sports, I want them to succeed, but I really just watch the Chiefs. Pay attention to the NFL. That was a nice little sneak there on 3rd and 1. First down, you move the chains. And you're now at the 16, 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. Stroud in the gun. He's got 2 to his left. It's going to be a screen. Left side to Marks, and he's got a little room. Gets 6. He got blasted. He's going to remember that number. That hurt. Ellis is all over the place right now. If I had to pick an MVP or just a standout player on defense, even though Carlton Davis had that awesome INT, I mean, Ellis is flying around everywhere. Christian Ellis having a day. Second and 4, 5 seconds on the play clock, pouring down rain. You have Stroud saying, alert, alert. He had 1 second, gets it off just in time, but it's a run for no gain, and Woody Marks loses his helmet again. This is when I want to be able to do player props on, like, the most random things sometimes. If you could say over under a player loses their helmet 1.5, could you imagine just like hitting the higher on that? That's just such a fun, like, random one. Does anyone on the Texans secure their helmets? I don't know. Stroud, 3rd and 4 at the 10. Oh gosh, the Patriots are showing pressure. They're bringing the house. Stroud lets it fly. End zone. Caught! Touchdown! Christian Kirk! We have a game. Ladies and gentlemen, 9-7 Texans up. What a play. Stroud, calm, composed, collected, in the pocket, hostile territory, Patriots bringing the house, knows that when you blitz, you've got less guys in coverage one-on-one with his guy. When you're down Dalton Schultz, you're down Nico Collins, you know Christian Kirk had a game. That was a dime from Stroud. Stroud's hilarious, man. He'll have plays like this, and then he'll just completely glitch out, alt control delete his RAM memory, and forget how to play football. But that was perfect. Fairbairn's extra point sneaks in. It's good, 10-7. This is what you need, man. If you're the Texans, you got to take advantage of these opportunities, and it was a perfect punch out by Togiai on Drake May, taking it back for C.J. Stroud in the offense, who threw the pick to begin with, and now they made it happen. This is a fun game so far. In the rain, CJ, Stroud. Top Notch said, wish we had Kirk. Oh, Christian Kirk. What's his contract details look like? He's playing good ball. This is so annoying. My pack, you guys don't care to know this probably, but I have a wireless pack for my in-ears, and the volume knob keeps hitting my chair, like the armrest, and it keeps turning it down. So I'll be like talking and just think like there's no audio there.
Kirk is a UDFA next year.
What kind of contract was he on with the Texans?
His cap hit this year is $5 million.
Was he on a 1 year?
Well, he was traded from the Jaguars. He's still on the Jaguars contract.
Oh, he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
No, he's 29. I'm on acid. No.
No, he's not. Wait.
He was drafted in 2018. No. He was on a deal, yes, with the Jags, but ended up becoming a Texan. I'm trying to remember, when did that happen? Or did the Jags let him go? No, they traded for Christian Kirk from the Jags in March of 2025, sending a 2026 7th-round pick to the Jags. They were going to release Kirk to save cap space, but found a trade partner in their division rival. Okay, so much happens in football. There's probably some Texans fans in here being like, how do you not remember that? I just forgot. It's impossible to remember it all. Les won with the 2. Football is peak comedy. I'm having fun. Are you not entertained? It's playoff football. What's up, Darrell? Thank you so much for the 2 bomb. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Let me fix this one. Whoa, dude. All right, there we go. Marie, thanks so much for the gifted as well. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. Playoffs are here. Fun times. Playoff football, exactly, Aiden. All right, now. Efton Chisholm III tries to return this and gets hog-tied down at about the 28. I'm just tweaking a couple settings here. That's why I was looking over and leaning over. Drank what? With the 16 months, sadly can't be a Chiefs game, but definitely cheering against the Pats regardless of who their coach is. I do like Vrabel a lot, man. I'm sure most of the league isn't thrilled about the idea of the Patriots being contenders again after the Tom Brady 2-decade thing, and a sideline throw almost picked off by Lassiter, leaping up, breaking up the pass, and almost was able to haul it in. That was crazy. These guys are so good. Yep, Texans are not to be taken lightly. I mean, I have them winning this game, but when you get this far, it's very tough, right? You could argue a few reasons why you think the Pats are going to win. I've got a couple reasons why I think the Texans can get it done, but you've got to get the Patriots off the field here and get some more points. For starters, it's a handoff on 2nd and 10. Henderson gets maybe 3. You're looking at a 3rd and 7. We saw Christian Kirk catch 8 passes for 144 yards. Did. Yes, sir, Mac. He had a that might have been a career game for him. I don't know if he's ever had that many yards, but probably safe to say a career playoff game for sure. You think the Broncos would have beaten the winner of this game? Maybe. 3rd and 7. I mean, they won't now, probably because of Bo Nix. May from the gun has 3 options to his left, but pressure is going to force him to flush left. He's scrambling, running, 1st down. Drake May using his legs. He's not afraid to do it. Needed 7, got 8, 1st down Patriots. Am I doing the Rams-Bears game? Yes, we are streaming all day today. I'm going to be zapped, but I'm excited. This guy's over here laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Oh, that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that game.
Me too. That might be the banger today. All right, 1st and 10. May is going to hand it off to Henderson. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, though, and wow, drove into the ground by Danielle Hunter. 2nd and 10. Do we have an injury? The refs are blowing a whistle here. What is happening? Do we have a streaker on the field? They're comparing playoff rushing yards from May to Brady. In 2 games, May already has like half of Tom Brady's career playoff rushing yards as a Patriot, which is hilarious because Brady played 1 million playoff games. So they randomly like blew the play dead and cut to a commercial break. I have a feeling there was somebody storming the field, because what they do and what they have been doing for a while is they're told, do not acknowledge it, do not show it, do not give anybody any attention at all, or there will be more of it done. That is my guess. Unless there's an injury, the broadcast didn't mention it at all. Man, what we need is to put money down on if there's going to be a fan storming the field. Because I would have FLDB put $1 million on it. I would go to the game and storm the field. One time I was at a Raiders game, and I had a Chiefs-Raiders game, and I had a few drinks. And I think I said if the Chiefs won the game and the Raiders didn't score anything, I would take the field. Thank God the Raiders scored. I felt so bad during that game. I cash apped Raiders fans like $20. I was like, here, have a beer on me. I just felt I took pity. All right. I know I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to be mean. Whatever. I can't though. I had several beers flowing through me by then. I was like, hey guys, you want a beer? I feel bad. Because it was the game, I think, that the Raiders stomped on the Chiefs logo pregame. And the Chiefs blew them out. I'm trying to remember what the final score was. I could tell you. Chiefs Raiders score history. Somebody might actually know in chat. You guys are like, hello, camera? Focus up, dog. You guys are like encyclopedias. Sometimes I'd be like, yeah, I can't remember this, but somebody in chat would just be like, yeah, it was this. It was 48-9, December 12th, 2021. It was surprisingly a super warm game. I think it was, no. Yeah, 48-9, I believe, was the score. And at one point in the game, the Chiefs put up 14 in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter. And at one point, they were up 35-0. I said if the Chiefs win undefeated, if the Chiefs win and completely shut it down, I'm storming the field. And thank God the Raiders got a little points. Travion Henderson was banged up, by the way, guys. So that's what it was, but they never mentioned it on the broadcast, which was super weird. So 2nd and 9, May throws, low throw, incomplete. He tried to target Kayshon Boutte. Couldn't get it there. Sorry, I shouldn't. I'm like 5, dude. Hey, if the Patriots win this game, guys, it's 3rd and 9, by the way. If the Patriots win, it's going to be Boutte versus Bidet. Tyler Bidet for the Broncos. Kayshon Boutte for the Pats. It's just a hilarious little nugget that I think about. 3rd and 9. From the 39, May empty, uncorks it down the left side. Incomplete, off the fingertips of Kyle Williams. Ooh, just this far off. Close. This isn't on you, Cole. It's 1,800 people against you. Of course, we will remember more than you. No, it's all good. There's just times where I'm like, man, what was that one game? What was that one score? And then like, there's like 5 people in chat just be like, oh yeah, it was like 2018. It was this week. It was this score. High punt, fair catch called for by Knoll at is that the 35? Either way, it's the Texans ball. They got a chance to do a little damage here. Got to put together a drive. Boutte versus Bidet every morning in your house. That's why it's entertaining. It's an entertaining battle. Who has the ball? Well, the Texans do now. You can see it here. It's slight. But whoever has the football by their logo, can you switch it, FLDB, to this one now? Oh. The red football. Whoever has the red football has a possession. But then I think the football typically switches color on the field, but both of these teams have the same color palette. So that makes it a little harder. What we should do next time, FLDB, is the away team. Have it be like maybe white. If it's the same color palette, like the football would be white and blue or white and red. That's something to think about for next year. Doesn't matter now. Scoreboard's awesome either way. Please don't be mad. Uh-oh. 1st and 10. Roll out. Stroud just throws a dumb pass up in the air that is picked off all the way. Touchdown, Patriots. Stroud is a freaking dumb for that. Oh my gosh, he turned into AI. 25-yard interception, return for a touchdown by Marcus Jones. What were you doing? There was pressure on a broken play. It was supposed to be a screen to the left, and I think his intended target fell down. Oh, that is just disgusting, man. Oh my gosh, please give me the replay. I need it. Listen, man, the Texans defense is the best I've ever seen in years. But they can only do so much here. We got the Patriots scoring touchdowns and the defense isn't even on the field. Is that a touchdown? What are we doing? Oh, the extra point. There was like a lot of shuffling going on, taking forever. Holy smokes. The extra point is good. 14-10, Patriots on top. Please give us the replay, man. Yeah, you had a guy in motion. You got a guy in motion fall over. I think that was your target, and Stroud just like lets one fly up into the air, like straight up into the air. I'm an idiot, dude. I said the Texans could win this game. I mean, what was my caveat? What did I say? What did I say needed to happen if they have a chance to win? What did I say?
I forgot.
You don't listen in class? No, I'm just playing. I said CJ Stroud can't be an idiot. He can't have 5 turnovers or 5 fumbles like last week and throw a pick in the red zone and just be a dum-dum. This is what is so insane to me about CJ Stroud. The touchdown to Christian Kirk. Perfect pass. That is exactly what you want in your quarterback. And then what he just did there is something you would expect like Chris Oladokun to do. Practice squad quarterback, very little NFL experience. Now, I'm going to see the replay, and we're going to see if he got hit. He definitely got hit when he threw it, but I don't know if his arm actually got hit, and I don't know who you're throwing it to. Throw it away. What are we doing?
Or just hold it and take the sack.
Or that. Get Davis Mills in, bro. Hey, man, his spirit animal is a giraffe. I'm here for it. Get that guy in there. Davis Mills has the longest neck I've ever seen. Like, I don't know that I am adhere to the theory of evolution, but dude, I see him and I'm like, maybe it is real, because that dude's ancestors were giraffes. Chiefs would have fumbled that like a man. That was a crazy play, dude. Yep, Texans 2 turnovers already. Interception, and then a pick 6. Oh my gosh. Percy with the 100 ARS said, I watched yesterday the last 2 minutes and the overtime of the 13-second game. It was electric. Yeah, I told you to take a look at that, huh? I like that in the end. Kelsey caught the victory touchdown. He did. Ended it in overtime. Flamingo neck. Dude. Man, Davis Mills is over here taking so many shots. Okay, replay. We are back. We got one tight end going in motion. He fell down, got hit by his lineman. Who is Stroud throwing to? Stroud is scrambling to his left and trying to make something happen. When you roll left and you're right-handed, obviously that's a little more difficult, right? Harrison Bryant is the tight end kind of filling in for Dalton Schultz because he's questionable. Yeah, and they're talking about it on the broadcast. I mean, Troy Aikman obviously would know, for the most part, proper quarterback play, obviously. And he's like, you just can't throw the ball up like that. It is an ungodly mistake. Here we go. Texans down 4. Noel trying to get a good return going and only gets to the 25. Darrell with the 2. Cole, stress-free. You can drink. Cheers. I can. I will say this, because I'm streaming back-to-back games, I'm not going to drink just because it's gonna zap my energy. But I hope you guys have a couple drinks for me. CJ is not locked in. Yeah, there was a missed face mask on that return, which would have maybe allowed the Patriots to opt to go for 2 on the extra point. So there is something worth noting, but Woody Marks gets blown up, tripped up, loss of 1 on a handoff on 1st and 10. Am I messing with Troy? What do you mean? I mean, Troy Aikman, just longtime NFL QB. He can diagnose QB play, whether you like the guy or don't. You don't like alcohol? That's fine. It's not for everybody, and some people are sober, and I respect that too. 2nd and 11, Stroud throws middle of the field, caught by Hutchinson. He's going to get 12. All right, moving a little bit here. Yeah, Watson? Deshaun Watson? Or who? Justin Watson is on the Texans. Any truth on Nagy going to Tennessee as their head coach? No truth in that sense of it's confirmed, but he's going back for another. He had a virtual interview. He's one of the finalists for an in-person interview next week, I believe. All right, 1st and 10 from the gun. It's going to be a handoff to Woody Marks, and he gets nowhere. 2-yard loss. Carlton Davis again making plays. That is extremely difficult here for any team. If you get runs that go for -1, -1, to have any kind of complementary offense there. CJ Stroud without the defense would not be in the playoffs. Oh, absolutely, Boxing. The defense is absolutely carried for large chunks of the season. Stroud on 2nd and 11. Off of his hands, picked off. Patriots ball. Nobody touched him. He's picking it up all the way to the 35, and he got absolutely walloped. He's concussed. He's not on earth. Another pick. 3 turnovers for the Texans. No, he's not concussed. But did you see Woodson? He looked like he was not on earth. A little high off the hands of Hutchinson, up into the hands of Woodson, who was there behind the play. I mean, it was a kind of high pass from Stroud, but Hutchinson absolutely needs to haul that in. I understand it's wet and rainy, but Stroud throws another pick. They're going to say he was touched. Was he down by contact there? Yep. What a great play, actually, by Hutchinson, for what it's worth. He touched him barely. He reached out and touched Woodson. How's Woodson not going to the blue tent? He got blown up and looked like he was on the moon. They actually had him get up from the bench and were escorting him somewhere. I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if Woodson is going to the blue tent for evaluation, because he got, I don't know who tackled him. Maybe Hutchinson tackled him. No, he touched him down. I don't know who tackled him. It doesn't matter, because they're all the way back down at the 48 after being ruled down by contact. But Drake May hands it off to Travion Henderson. Spin move, juking, gets 5. Yeah, he got lit up. I think Woodson has to be going. You got to take that guy to the tent. It was a great play by the rookie safety Craig Woodson, picking that ball off. Heads up play. Can the Texans defense get them out of this hole? Play action. May is getting pressured, and he's going to get sacked and lose 7. Well, okay. This is what I'm talking about, dude. The Texans defense, I mean, they have to be pretty frustrated, because they're like, how many plays do we need to make in this game? He got sacked for a loss of 8. It's 3rd and 13, I believe. It's 3 turnovers so far. Yep, Stroud has to adjust. He's got to settle down. If you get the Patriots to punt here, it's only a 4-point game. Calm down after this. 3rd and 13. May this time has 1,000,000 seconds. He's going to check it down. And Hunter Henry is only going to get, what, 5, 6? You have to go for it. It's 4th and 8. Punt time. Well, the defense bails them out. But if they keep this up, dude, the Patriots are going to... It's only a matter of time. Like, if you turn... There's still 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and Stroud has thrown 3 picks. Like, you give the Patriots enough opportunities, they're going to keep putting points up on the board. And remember, one was a pick 6. The punt is up. Noel with the fair catch at the 9. All right, we're trying again here. I think the Broncos would have beaten either of these teams if not for Bo Nix's injury. I would have been intrigued to see if the Patriots end up winning this game. I really would have been intrigued to see that one. Just like a head-to-head there. Would have been pretty fun with a healthy Bo. Yep, no points off the turnover. Frederick said, we love watching your stream. Great job from New Jersey. Go Patriots. Well, Frederick, dude, that's awesome, man. Thank you. I've got some really good friends of mine who are They're massive Patriots fans. They live in Kansas City, but they're from the East Coast. So grew up on the East Coast and been Patriots fans for a long time. And they're having fun right now, that's for sure. Thanks for the kind words. Stroud at the 9, play action. Oh boy, a lot of pressure. Oh gosh, he steps up and throws another wobbler to Hutchinson, incomplete. Bro, if that would have been picked. Look at my dog. She's just laying down right now. Oh boy, we've got an injured Texan on the field. Number 71, Titus Howard, 7-year vet, laying on the ground right now. Goodness. We got a replay. He got rolled up on, I think, a little bit. Oh boy, he stepped on Stroud and then fell over backwards. That was kind of wild. Yeah, we got Casey. Casey sighting over here, my pup. Hi. Hi, Casey. See the tail wagging? Casey. What are you doing? You want to come say hi? We got a long day. You could come say hi. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. There we go. Casey sighting. She just got groomed the other day, and she is fluffy. Aren't you? Are you fluffy? Yeah. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? You're going to take a nap and lay around? You got a hard life, huh? Love you, bud. Ah. They say dogs are a man's best friend, dude. She's my best buddy. Brother Thunder with the 5. Cheers from Lawrence. Love the channel. Go Chiefs. And threw in a little rock chalk action as well. Thanks, man. Casey's got that dog in her. Yeah, she's awesome, man. Thanks so much for the 5 bomb. Glad you enjoy the channel. And whether you're a Chiefs fan, you're a fan of another team, you're not hate watching the Chiefs for this one because they're in Cancun, or you're a fan of the Patriots or the Texans. It's been an interesting game so far, to say the least. I mean, the turnovers have been the crucial ones because on offense, the Patriots have 7 points, but players get paid to make plays on the defense too, and pick 6. 3 picks for C.J. Stroud. I'm just kind of looking at some of the stats here. I mean, the Patriots are 1 for 6 on third down. They're not having the most success on offense by any stretch of the imagination, but it's the picks, man. These C.J. Stroud picks are insane. Yeah, C.J. Stroud is not good. They're just talking about the O-line of the Texans, man. They've been kind of shuffling around, and Titus Howard was filling in for Titus Brown. I mean, they got a little bit of makeshift going on right now, and the Patriots are trying to take advantage of that as Stroud steps back on 2nd and 10, pressured again, throws a ball, kind of dangerous, but it is out of bounds. 3rd and 10, and it's nothing but pressure here. Watching from Alaska, let's go. Dalton Schultz is officially ruled out, guys. And Woody Marks is questionable to return with a shoulder? Oh, boy. Woody Marks does not have his helmet right now on the sideline, so you're going to get more Dare Agumbawale and Nick Chubb. 33 and 21. 3rd and 10 right now, though, for Stroud. Backed up near his own end zone. He breaks a tackle and might have just fumbled. No, they're going to say incomplete pass, but it's 3 and out. And the Texans are going to punt. I've been talking about the Patriots offense not doing much, but the Texans offense isn't doing anything either, aside from turning the ball over. Stroud's been pressured so many times. He tried to throw it middle of the field and the ball just slipped out of his hands. I think he was trying to pump and the ball just flew out. It's not a throw. Ball fell out. His hand was moving forward. It did slip out, but his hand was moving forward. All right, Tommy Townsend from his own end zone. Booms it up. It's going to be caught at the 46. Going to try to get a good return going. Oh, boy. Jones is going backwards, tackled at the 44. He just lost about 5 yards on the return. Whoopsie. They said lost 2? Well, that looked like more than 2 to me. I need to get it together. Now Ramondre Stevenson is questionable to return for the Patriots with a eye injury. Yeah, he only lost 2 yards. I guess I'm on acid. Ramondre Stevenson, you can see him on the sideline. Yeah, I got a couple things to say on that in a second. It's going to be a handoff right side, gain of 2. Travion Henderson's going to get more work with Ramondre Stevenson on the sideline. So Ramondre Stevenson, questionable to return with an eye injury. They were showing him on the sideline with like a towel on his eye. But then remember when I said Woodson was on the moon? Number 31, Craig Woodson. Well, he's in the medical tent being evaluated for a head injury, a.k.a. a concussion, I would think. I mean, they picked him up and he was like, Mama? I shouldn't joke about it. It's not funny, but you could just see it in his eyes. It's like, you've got to get evaluated immediately. Play action from May, wide open. Kayshon Boutte, he's at the 30, makes a man miss, and he's down at the 28. Trying to make more guys miss, but slipped and fell. Either way, a great play there by the Patriots goes for 25 yards. Wide open. Lined up on the outside left side. Just a soft spot in zone. There's 3 defenders around him. Just a perfect little soft spot found by Boutte. May finds him left side, throws a strike. It's a great play there by the Patriots, looking to try to make this a 2-score game. They're up to the 28, 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. May, offset I formation, play action to Travion, or handoff rather to Travion Henderson for 2. There's a bunch of injuries where they were just talking about there. Dalton Schultz. You've got a lineman now for the Texans. Woody Marks is questionable for the Texans with a shoulder. And then Ramondre Stevenson, questionable with an eye for the Patriots. And Woodson, their safety, being evaluated for a head injury. From the 25, play action. May throws again to the left. Boutte again with the catch. All the way to the 7. Wow. Boutte just had 25. A similar play just went for 18. Not exactly a similar play, but both from the left side there. One was a soft spot in zone. This one was just a perfect pass from Drake May. Up to the 8. Boutte is feasting. That was a weird phrase. But his last name is Boutte, man. There's nothing I can do about it. All right, Diggs in motion to the left here. May in the gun. At the 7. He's got time. Fires. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. How did he hold that in? Fought through contact, and it is a 10-point, soon to be 11-point game. The Texans can't get out of their own way. On offense with the turnovers. Obviously, the last drive for Houston was not a turnover drive. But what a play there. How did Diggs haul that in? I mean, he's fighting through contact and then takes a knee. Holds on to it all the way through, and that's why Diggs, man, you pay the vet money in the offseason, even coming off of the ACL. And he looks fine out there to me. He's been looking just fine out there. From a physical standpoint for quite a while this season. The extra point is up. It is 21-10. This could get out of hand if the Texans don't find something. They did win the toss and defer, I believe. So you have an opportunity to double dip. You need at least a field goal to make it a one-score game. Yeah, he was not giving that up. Take note, Cooks. Yeah, he held on to it all the way through that contact. Sticky glove tips in the pouring down rain. Is Stroud still on a rookie deal? I'm pretty sure he is. Isn't he he's year 3? Or year 4? I feel like this is year 3, but let me see. Yeah, he's on the 4th year. He's on the 4th year of his deal. He was drafted in 2023. Wait. No. 2026 will be his 4th year. Spot Track just looks funny because they're showing it's the 2026 NFL season since the regular season is over. But 2026 will be his 4th year, and they have the club option if they want to pick it up, which I would imagine you do. He went 2nd overall in 2023. Yeah, that was a great catch by Diggs, man. Holy smokes. That was a great throw by May. Awesome catch by Diggs. Touchdown Pats, 21-10. Would you take C.J. Stroud right now or Jarrett Stidham on the Broncos? Quite possibly Stroud, just because Stidham hasn't really played in the NFL in like 2 years. He's been a backup and hasn't really had any snaps. All right, kick is up, caught at the 1. Can the Texans do something here, down by 11 in the divisional round, where they are 0-6 all-time in franchise history? They get it to the 24. I don't have much faith in the offense. They're going to take the field with 3 minutes to go in the half, 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts. It's now or never for Houston. Yeah, you got to get some points on this drive, man. Chase, appreciate all the content you put out. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Heck yeah, I'm having a blast doing it. Yeah, Stidham's played 4 games in the NFL. Yeah, he hasn't. I don't think he's played a single game in 2 years. It was pretty nuts. Stroud on 1st and 10. Throws a wobbler. It was almost picked off again, dude. The ball just completely slipped out of his hands. Stroud looks awful, dude. Jeez. Let me watch this replay. Oh, I think the ball got tipped off the edge. Okay, that makes way more sense. He got his arm hit a little bit at the last second there. Oh boy, 2nd and 10, the play gets blown dead. Might be a false start on the offense. We'll see what the call is. Yep. False start on Cade Stover. Oh boy. Andrew said, are you so sure now? Just kidding, I get your reasons. If you're talking about my prediction for the game, yeah, I said I think the Texans can get it done because the defense is good enough if Stroud isn't a malfunctioning robot in this game, and so far he needs rebooted at halftime. Stroud on 2nd and 15. He's going to uncork a nuclear missile, overthrows Christian Kirk, and there's a flag late. Maybe a defensive hold. Oh, they're going to say PI? If it's PI, he might have saved a touchdown, though. Okay, so it's pass interference on Carlton Davis, who had the awesome INT earlier on in this game. Spot foul is going to be at the 40. That's the foul? That's pretty soft. Not going to lie to you. I mean, he had contact way after 5 yards, so it is flaggable, but that was a little soft. It's 1st and 10 now for the Texans at the 39. They're going to hand it off to Chubb. Oh, Woody Marks, he's actually back, but he got blown up, lost 4. So it's a 20-yard penalty to move the chains, a 4-yard loss. They cannot run the ball. How many tackles for loss have the Patriots had? 4? 5? Been crazy. Somebody said run the ball. Well, they did try. They've had 3 runs recently go for -1, -1, -4. Now, he did hook him, but I'm just saying, like, that stuff happens on every play. Stroud takes a shot, middle of the field, diving, caught. Higgins, first down. He got 16, needed 14. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here. Finally made a completion. Yeah, the Texans' O-line is not good. You're right. Yeah, I wondered if somebody said that's a hold, then not PI. It did look like a hold. Oh, well. Can't go back now. 2-minute warning. That was a great catch indeed, Joseph. A legit completion, indeed. Time for a refill, said Eric. Good to see you, man. One of the OGs on the channel. Is Stroud seeing ghosts? Yeah, kind of, because the O-line is bad. Banged up. He's almost had 5 picks, dude. I think I've almost counted 5 interceptions in this game. The run game is worse than the Chiefs. I know they're banged up on a couple linemen and they had another injury. That's not helping at all. Those who say Texans O-line is not good should remember the other side against Texans D every single play. Well, the Texans defense is great. Any good halftime munchie foods? Halftime munchie foods. FLDB, do you got the munchies?
Not right now, no.
Okay, no munchies. I've been streaming at like every Chiefs game for years now, like 3 or 4 years, so I do nothing. But before that, during a football game, nachos is a good one. I like that a lot. Beer is probably like the best halftime munchie, but pizza, I feel like that's pretty standard. That's like a staple. Yeah, tacos, that's a good one. Sorry for the F-bomb, didn't mean it. You said the F word? Oh my gosh, dude. Homemade waffles? That sounds great. Drybone said, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I got family members that are Texans fans. Sure wonder what they're thinking right now. Why don't you shoot them a text? Shoot them a text and report back. Ah, yeah, Dad. My dad said pizza. That's a pretty good one. Casey's Taco Pizza. Dad, you should get some right now. All right. Play action, roll out left, back from commercial break, and Stroud throws a pick. He throws a pick. This dude is a robot. You've got to get Davis Mills in there now. Get that man in there, dude. Stroud. 4 picks. There's 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Stroud is rolling left, and he just throws a horrible pass. Hutchinson, you've got to go corner. He throws behind Hutchinson like 3 or 4 feet. Davis again with the pick, by the way. Let's see, he has possession there. Oh, no, he bobbles it, but he gets both feet in bounds. Another great display of field awareness and athletic ability for Carlton Davis. I mean, Stroud is bad, dude. He's just bad. I understand somebody in chat said he's just seeing ghosts. Like, I get it. But you got to make the throws. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be a 2 or 3 yard run here. And if you're the Patriots, you're cruising right now. If you walk away here, I mean, cool. A touchdown is great, but if you get a field goal before half, you're up 14, and the offense for Houston is doing absolutely nothing. You get a pick. I mean, CJ Stroud on that Oprah stuff right now. He's just giving everybody picks. At the 49, May in the gun, 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the half. He's going to step back to throw. He's got time. Left side, broken up by Kamari Lassiter. The crowd wants a flag. There was some contact. No flag, though, 3rd and 7. He wants to outdo Allen from yesterday. I mean, he's doing a good job. The crowd really wants a flag. They were fighting back and forth. He tried to target Kyle Williams. I don't know. I think the no call was fine. It was a little physical, yes. 3rd and 7. May steps back. He's just going to check it down right side, and it just bounces out of bounds. Tried to target Travion Henderson. 4th and 7. The Texans defense holds them again. Again, it's 21-10, but one of those picks was a pick 6. So they've given up 14 points despite having to take the field 3 extra times. I mean, when does Davis Mills come in this game? At what point do you do that? One more turnover? One more turnover if he's not out now. Punt is up. Fair catch called for by Null at the 10. So now the Texans have 90 yards to go and 1 minute with 3 timeouts if they want to score a touchdown. You don't get the Oprah reference? How? Remember it was like the viral clip from 20 years ago where she gave everybody in the audience a car? Isn't that what it is? It was like one of her most viral moments. Oprah car giveaway. 2004. I'll read that in a second. Stroud is going to throw at the feet of Higgins. Incomplete. This is so bad. Everybody shouted, "You get a car" in 2004. She surprised 276 audience members with a new Pontiac G6 sedan. Everybody. That's crazy. But Stroud is going to step back on 2nd and 10, and he misses Christian Kirk left side. He can't. Stroud is in over his head, guys. He's drowning. 3rd and 10. This is awful. Cole, who is your pick for this game? I refuse to answer that question. Nah, I said I think the Texans can win if Stroud is not a dummy, essentially. If he didn't have a repeat from last week, I thought their defense could do enough. But holy smokes, it's been an awful showing. Flag on the play. Is it a free play? Stroud is going to step up to scramble and get 2 yards. He got walloped, by the way. What is the flag, though? Is it on the offense? This is disgusting football, guys. It's on the offense, illegal formation, but penalty declined. Was Cole calling Houston a dark horse? I don't really know. I think somebody said, hey, what's your way too early prediction? It was during the wild card round of who could make the play or the Super Bowl. The AFC is just in such a weird place. And here's the reality. The Texans have won 8 games in a row. But they just need CJ Stroud to not be a robot. So yeah, I did say, hey, I think the Texans have a chance with that defense that does the heavy lifting if the offense can play some clean football. The punt is up. And it is a great return all the way from the 30 across midfield, left side to the 45. Wow, knocked out of bounds, and the Patriots now with 36 seconds and 3 timeouts are not far off from field goal range. Thanks for the explanation. All good, oinky boinky. No worries. CJ's been carried by his defense all season. Yeah, I definitely didn't say I was high on the Texans because I like their offense a lot. Now, they're down Schultz, they're down Nico Collins, right? But, dude, Stroud is missing throws left and right. It's been absolutely disgusting. All right, now. May has 1,000,000 seconds, and he's going to get strip sacked. Is it Texans football? No way. Okay, Will Campbell ended up jumping on it. Stroud. May was holding on. He turned the ball over, and I thought he was Stroud. May was holding on to the ball just a little too long. Will Anderson Jr. off the edge. Stripped it. Couldn't get on top of it, though. Will Campbell is able to save it. I think if you're the Patriots, you let this thing go down to halftime. Just get out of there. Whew. And the defense is elite. They just need competent offensive play. Just competent. Seahawks, Bears, Rams are licking their chops right now for whoever comes out of the AFC this year. Yeah, Stroud is... Here's the reality, guys. The playoffs just take everything to a high level, right? High level of nerves, adrenaline, and some people cannot overcome that. And Stroud right now is clearly in his own head and just playing bad. He's playing very poorly. He did it last week, too. We want General Mills. Chad said, Cole, I'm just tuning in now. Tell me everything. Well, we are 13 seconds away from a halftime report, and I'll break it all down. But the big ones really is 4 turnovers for Houston, and 1 was a pick 6. May holds onto the ball forever, finds Demario Douglas, though, on a crosser. They're going to call a timeout with 4 seconds to go. You've got 1 timeout left. Are you in? You're like 5 yards off of field goal range. Are you going to try one? Why does Joe Buck look like that? He's wearing, dude, I don't know what that is. Like a little poncho? It's not a poncho. It's like a, what is that thing, dude? He's wearing like a coat. Like an overcoat thing. But it's like a dress. What do you call that? It's not a dress either. You can tell all I ever wear is sweatpants and t-shirts. I'm not knocking his style, but I'm like, what is that thing? I legitimately don't know. 3rd and 11. They are going to try to run a play. They had more time on the clock. Taking a shot down the left side. Incomplete. Diggs wants a flag. Lassiter is jawing at Diggs. Diggs wants to jaw back. Mike Vrabel says, no, sir. Mike Vrabel was right there when he saw Diggs get up and react to it and shut that down. Lassiter got his eyes around and just made a good play. Oh, he almost caught it. Diggs still almost caught it. They were trying to take a shot downfield. So what happened was they got a timeout off with more time that was left on the clock initially. So they had time to run a play, try to get into field goal range. It's 4th and 11 right now, though. And so the Patriots are going to run a play. 0's on the clock. Hail Mary. Oh, my gosh. Give me the chaos. Deep throw. Picked off, I think. Yeah. Means nothing. 0's on the clock. May just threw one up. So that INT is going to go onto May's box score, but means nothing to me. Oh, my gosh, dude. Okay, so let's talk about this half for a second. Rich with the 2 said, my parlay. What was on your parlay, bro? Did you have a pick by Drake May? If so, you got one. He threw one up for you, bro. He threw one up for you. Well, that's not really what I thought this screen would look like when I screen shared it. Just pretend I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. All right. Here's the story of the game. C.J. Stroud is 10 for 26 for 124 yards, a touchdown, and 4 INTs. What are we doing? Hello? Are you okay? No? All right. Well, if Stroud has one more turnover and the defense gets another takeaway, I think you have to put Davis Mills in. How much worse can he be? A 27.2 passer rating? No, sir. And here's another issue, is they can get absolutely nothing going on the ground. They have 12 carries for 8 yards. They are averaging 0.7 yards a carry. I don't think that's good. I know I'm not an expert by any means, but 4 picks and less than a yard per carry on the ground is insane. Now, if you want to go like just the running backs, Woody Marks has 9 carries for 3 yards. Huh? Receiving a little bit better. Christian Kirk with the touchdown, but the 4 picks are insane. Drake May playing a much cleaner game in comparison. I know he had the INT there, but 10 of 19 for 117 yards. He had a bunch of short fields because of the turnovers, 2 touchdowns. He's been sacked 3 times. That defense is really good. They're at least averaging 4 yards a carry on the ground. Ramondre Stevenson had 3 for 25, 8.3 a pop before he hurt his eye and was questionable to return. Booty, though, leading receiver, 2 for 43. But Demario Douglas and Stephon Diggs are next on the list and both have a touchdown. But it's the turnovers. It's Pumpkin Stroud, man. He turned into a pumpkin. 1 for 8, though, on third downs for the Patriots. I mean, the Texans' defense is here to play, but they can only do so much. And then, yeah, the Patriots have 21 points, but one of those is on Stroud. He threw a pick 6. I mean, most of the points, if we're going to be honest, is probably on Stroud because of all the turnovers. 4 turnovers? This is nasty. I want to go to the play-by-play and see how many points is actually off of turnovers. Like, directly. So let's see. Oh my gosh, there's been so many drives and a half. The Patriots' first touchdown was off of a punt, so not there. INT, but then the defense got it right back. Fumble there. The Texans turned that into a touchdown. But then I think here was the pick 6, maybe. So there's the pick 6. Another INT, but that just turned into a punt. So, surprisingly enough, both of the INTs that Stroud threw. Well, here's how I word it. The 2 touchdowns for the Patriots offense is actually off of punts. And then the pick 6. So, there's that. That's the name of the game right now, is turnovers. Texans totally blew that fumble recovery. Just saw the replay. You talking about the recovery right at the end there? Or near halftime? Yeah, because was it Danielle Hunter or Will Anderson? I think it was Will Anderson. I don't remember, to be honest. I'd have to look it up, but they couldn't jump on the ball after strip sacking May. Now, May has thrown an INT, but they've also lost a fumble. So the Patriots have 2 turnovers. A fumble lost and the INT in the end zone. I'm not gonna really knock May for that one. And I think the Texans turned... What did they turn that fumble into? They turned that fumble into a touchdown. They need more. Drake May is fine. They need more from C.J. Stroud if you want to talk offense. Now, they're up 21-10, but the Texans defense is doing a really good job. Again, the Patriots are 1 for 8 on third down. Now, they've given up 2 touchdowns, so are they doing an elite job? Well, no, not per se, but when you turn the ball over 4 times, the defense just has to keep trotting back out there. FLDB, you want to give some thoughts, and then I'll be right back?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. My thoughts about this game are it's sloppy, like I said at the beginning. But the Patriots are keeping up with the Texans defense, and the turnovers are huge. Stroud has to calm down. you can see he's really rattled. I mean, just walking through to the locker room there, they had him on camera, and he just looked defeated. So his team just has to pick him up, and I think he'll be all right. Jefferson, the Casey rumors is people. Yeah. Justin Jefferson. The Chiefs can't afford Justin Jefferson. As a Dolphins fan, great pass in Super Bowl. I mean, we'll see. The Broncos could pull it off. Let's just say the defense somehow pulls it off. And then we see Jared Stidham in the Super Bowl. Crazier things have happened. Why I was so quiet in the first half? Oh, I was just running the scoreboard, man. We got all night. We're going to have our second game, the Rams and Bears. I'm really excited for that one. I think that one's going to be a good game. Two high-flying offenses. It's going to be cold. Living in Minnesota, it's cold and snowy outside for me, so. Stroud has no guys without Nico and Schultz. Kirk's just a deep threat. Injuries are really weighing in big for the Texans. And with, I think Marks is still out. I didn't see him come back in, I don't think. That's a big loss, too. I need the Pats to win next week. I can't bear to hear Broncos fans. I think we're going to see the Patriots win next week. I do have them going to the Super Bowl. I also have the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Those are my two picks from the league. One second, guys.
FLDB's being summoned. He's being dad.
Sorry.
He's
my
being
son
dad.
is being picked up by a family friend.
Good. All good, man.
All right.
If you need to handle that, go ahead. A few things that FLDB said I'll bring some clarity on. Woody Marks did return to the game, I believe. I'm pretty sure I saw him out there before halftime. So he did return. Yeah, the Texans are banged up, right? No Schultz, no Nico. But I'm just looking at the picks, and I'm like, Stroud is just making bad throws, poor choices. What else did FLDB say? Yeah, he said you can't rule out the Broncos winning in the AFC Championship, but dude, unless the Texans somehow sneak in there and Stroud throws 7 picks, I'm pretty sure the Broncos are going to lose in the AFC Championship. Jarrett Stidham hasn't played any real meaningful snaps in like 2 years. Again, crazier things have happened. You would need to implode. Like Drake May would need to play like CJ Stroud right now if the Patriots win this game, which it's really looking like they're gonna. Outside of that, I think that was all. He said. I just wanted to give a couple things of clarity on Percy with the 100 ARS. It would have been awesome if they had scored that touchdown pass from May almost from his house. Oh, the Hail Mary right before halftime. That would have been fun. Cole, do I live? I do live, yeah. I'm living right now. Stidham stinks. I don't have any hopes in the Broncos winning, dude. I mean, I don't see how. Now we'll see. We'll see what Peyton's game plan is and what ends up happening from there, but I just... You've got QB2 in the conference championship game. Now you've got a really good defense. You don't have much of a ground game, to be honest with you, which is unfortunate because they've had some injuries to that room. J.K. Dobbins being the primary one. What else? You just have to see if Sean Payton can cook up a masterclass game plan on offense, but I just don't have faith that they can do it. Trevor with the 5, your channel deserves more subs than Mr. Beast? Oh, all right. Let's calm down. Let's calm the down right now, okay? Mr. Beast is the GOAT, man. We were just watching Beast games this morning with my kids. Beast games was fun. If you watch season 1, Season 2 is I kind of like it better so far. But no, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Mahomes comeback season next year. MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Super Bowl. I mean, we'll take that. We will take that. Are you more excited for Bears-Rams? Yes. I almost, if we only had to pick one today, I would have only picked the night game. But I feel like on this channel, it does make sense if there's an AFC game to stream it in the Chiefs conference. So we decided to do both. W Beard, thanks, man. Or Mr. Beard, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Cole, you should have more than Perna. Nah, Perna's a goat, dude. And here's the reality: Perna, Grossi. I mean, they've been grinding for a decade. This is my 4th year, I think, on YouTube. So I'm super grateful. Subs don't mean all that much to me, and this is what I mean by that. Subs don't mean that you magically make more money or that you magically get more views. What means the most to me is just keeping the content going for you guys, like the best content I can possibly make, and just keeping that going. Because the way that subs work now on YouTube, I don't feel like it matters as much anymore. And here's what I mean by that. When you guys are on YouTube, do you go to your sub tab? Like, how many of you actually go to your sub tab? Or how many of you hit the home screen and just refresh your home screen? I'm like never in the sub tab anymore. And I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful for subs, because I am. I'm always grateful for that. I'm just saying, like, the sub count doesn't determine if I think I've made it or anything like that, because the reality is you just got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep making videos. You got to keep growing and trying to put out the best videos and content that you can every single day, regardless of your sub count, right? I don't want to become complacent. I don't want to get comfortable. I want to stay hungry. I want to stay humble and keep growing. Comeback Player of the Year possible for Pat? I'm pretty... Does anybody know? Because he was injured so late in the year. I think yes is what I wanted to say. Comeback Player of the Year qualifications. I think the answer is yes. Potentially, because he was injured. It was late in the year, but I think so. You live in the sub tab? Well, hey, Bentley, that's dope. Because if your sub tab, and we're about to start the second half, by the way, but if your sub tab is super curated and it's like the only like a handful or a couple dozen channels that you for sure just want to see, then that makes complete sense. Subs are a vanity stat. Yeah, it's true. Kickoff. I mean, there are cool like milestones. Like when I hit 100K, I almost cried. Because it's like less than 1% of channels or something like that ever hit 100K. And I got the plaque and that was awesome. Because I've been fascinated with the YouTube platform for a long time because I'm a visual learner. I don't really like to read. I will read. I do read articles for football and Chiefs and stuff, but I would prefer to learn visually / listen audibly. And YouTube is incredible for that. 1st and 10 at the 35. It's going to be a handoff to Marks, and he averages, 0.7 yards per carry right now, and he got 2 on that one. But yeah, I've been a huge YouTube fan forever. I've had YouTube Premium. Prior to that was YouTube Red since like 2013. So ad-free YouTube. I've had that for 13 years now. I'm just a huge YouTube believer. With that being said, let's get back to the game here. Stroud on 2nd and 8 is trying to make a believer out of us as he throws a perfect back shoulder throw to Xavier Hutchinson on the right side. The Patriots want OPI. Not going to get it. Okay, can Stroud just do that? This is what I don't understand. There was a little bit of a push off there, but this is the reality. You watch these plays, there's hands, there's push off. I mean, it was not much of a push off, to be honest with you, but that's a nice little play there by Stroud. You need to keep doing that. Yeah, Aikman's saying it, but I was about to say, if you get any points here, like if you can get a touchdown on this drive, it's still a game. Shallow crosser, throws to Hutchinson, stripped out. It's a fumble. Oh my goodness. And it's recovered by the Pats, or was it pushed out of bounds? What? Oh my gosh! Fumble. Sorry, I just screamed into the mic and I peaked hella bad. It's a fumble, Patriots football. Let's watch the replay. I'm so sorry for your ears. Let's see if he was down by contact first. He's like way down. That's going to get reversed. I think that's going to get reversed. His shin's down right there. Done. Yeah, that's going to get flipped. Guys, I hate peeking and screaming into the mic, so I do apologize. I'm like super self-conscious about making people's ears bleed, and I just freaked out. Dad's laughing. My dad's laughing in chat. Yeah. Yeah, that play got overturned, rightfully so. Mike, thanks again for the 2, brother. Casey with the 2. If Mahomes had that Texans defense, whoo! If any team has that defense, you can get carried or you can thrive. Meg with the 5. Won't be surprised if Josh convinces the Bills. I'll read that in a second. That's a funny one, though. Give me a second. 2nd and 6. The rain/snow, sleet, looking more like snow now, is really starting to come down. Can Stroud shake off the first half demons and get something going here? From the gun at the 36, Hutchinson in motion. He's got 2 options out wide to his right. Haven't been able to run the ball. Drop back, throw, caught. Needed 6, got 7. Jaden Higgins hauls it in. Okay, wouldn't be surprised if Josh convinces the Bills to release him right now so Denver can claim him off waivers and Josh can actually play in a conference championship. I saw Perna talk about Brandon Perna from That's Good Sports said yesterday, like, how Josh Allen deserves to play in the conference championship, ... for the Denver Broncos. I was like, dude, that would be so unfair. All right, from the 32, under center, it is a handoff. Can they get a run going? Oh, they do get a run going. 7 yards. You'd take that. That was Nick Chubb, the veteran. You almost exclusively browse your feed via the sub tab. Well, maybe I'm off in that assessment that the sub tab isn't as important. I think it's not as important in general these days, but I'm sure there are people who live on their sub tab a little bit more. I do not. I just hit home and refresh. Another handoff on 2nd and 3. Chubb is going to get shoved forward near the line to gain, but I think his forward progress is going to be stopped. Well, it's right at the line, actually. So it's either 3rd and 1. Yeah, it's either 3rd and 1. Oh, it is 3rd and 1. Okay. Well, there's the answer. It's not, there's no either. It just is. It just is, ladies and gents. If the Texans can get a touchdown here, it'll be a 4-point game. I want some exciting football, so please don't be a bloodbath. Like, let's get some points here. 3rd and 1, Stover with a sneak again, and he gets 3, maybe 4. There you go. 6 plays, 46 yards. You're getting some movement here. Yeah, Maria, I'm with you. I hit home and refresh more. Same. Never on the sub tab, constantly refresh home tab. I think that's probably more the norm, but there are some people, if they have a very good curated sub tab, then they're in that more. All right, at the 15, Stover in motion. Stroud's going to hand this football off. Oh, man, Marks has got room. He gets 8, maybe 7. But I like this drive. What's up, drummer? How are you doing, AJ? You're at church. Is it raining? It's pouring. It looks like, unless I just am seeing things, it looks like borderline sleet. It also could... No, that looks like snow. It's snowing now for sure. It was raining, now sleeting, a little bit of snow's coming down. 2nd and 2 from the 8, and Marks can't even get back, maybe barely to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. Got to make the Super Bowl in order to play in that? I don't know what you're trying to say. Is there a touchdown? Maybe. They need a first down here. Third and 2. You've had 4 or 5 turnovers in this game. I lost track for the Texans. You need to make this a game, but they've got 3 seconds. They had to call a timeout. What a costly timeout here. You shouldn't be burning timeouts with 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. You need to save them for the 4th quarter. CJ has you stressed out? Yeah, dude. I think he's stressed out. Peyton is good, but yikes. I just hope it's not this awful and nobody gets injured. No way these AFC teams are going to win the Super Bowl anyway, said Zara. Maybe not. Cole, can I use how about those, but put Dolphins? Sure, why not? How about them Dolphins? Hey, Cole, Kelsey's coming back one more time. I don't have any inside info, but he's playing well enough he could come back, give it one last ride. I do agree. All right, after the timeout, at the 7, 3rd and 2, you need it here. Christian Kirk in motion. Stroud rolls right, fires to Kirk, and it was almost picked off. Read all the way. 4th and 2. Wow, what a pass breakup by Jones. Yeah, Marcus Jones in the secondary. He's seeing this the whole way. Breaks on it. He almost picked it. Yeah, he got both hands on it, and it just kind of slipped out. Or that would have been pick number 5. And I think I would have been on the floor laughing. So you're going to take points. You're going to make it a 1-score game. Field goal is good for Fairbairn, but dude, you're not winning this game, Texans. I'm sorry. Not if you don't figure out your life in the next quarter and 2/3, because you're down in the red zone. You need a touchdown. It's an 8-point game. Patriots drive down and get a touchdown, and you're in some trouble. Kirk looked open until he wasn't. Yeah, it was a great play by, was it Marcus Jones, I believe? And he just read that the whole way. He just read it the whole way. Crazy. $70 points by the Dolphins against the Broncos in 2023. The true low point for Denver. That was a crazy game. I couldn't believe they hung 70. Yo, what's up, smoking? Late to the party, didn't know you were here today. Yeah, we're streaming both games. We're going to be here for a while. We are going to be here for a while. Is Mills warming up on the sideline? I don't think I saw anything. No. Come on, Texans. One more stop and then a touchdown drive for 20-21. I wonder if they would go for 2. Try to tie it up. Maybe. CJ Stroud looks shocked out there, and it looks like he never played in snowy weather conditions. I can't imagine how many times they have, because they play in a dome. But, yeah, they're not playing well. How's the back? It's all right, Eric. It's better than it was a couple years ago, but still not where I would like it to be. But I appreciate you asking. I got this new chair like a year ago, and it's definitely helped. I'm your favorite YouTuber, Timber. Thanks, man. That means a lot. Let's go. What's your opinion on the AFC West having 4 straight AFC championships? I mean, just my thoughts on the AFC West in general. have been pretty consistent for the last couple of years. It's just getting more competitive. It's one of the better divisions in football. I said going into the season that I think the Chiefs win the division. I just say that every year until they prove me otherwise, right? Because they won the AFC West, 9 years in a row? But I said the Broncos, I thought the Broncos finished second, and then the Chargers, then the Raiders. Obviously, the Chiefs imploded, and that's how it worked out. But I just think the AFC West in general is getting more competitive. Harbaugh, stability with the Chargers, and then Peyton, stability with the Broncos. They're now fully out from Russell Wilson's contract disaster debacle this offseason. So, yeah, man, the AFC West is one of the best divisions in football, one of the more competitive divisions in football for sure. All right, this is going to be returned. Ernest Johnson is going to get it up to the 33. Wow, a lot of shoving after the whistle here. Okay, let's see what the Patriots do. They are only 1 for 8, I believe, on third downs. You want to get a little bit of a drive established and get this game out of reach. Start to put it out of reach. It's a one-score game right now. Yeah, 1 for 8 on third down so far in this game. Can the Texans run it all? No. I mean, not really. They're averaging 1.7 yards per carry. All right, May at the 31 under center. Is handing this off to Ramondre Stevenson, who is back after dealing with an eye injury in the first half. He's going to spin his way, shove his way forward for 5. 9.5 minutes to go in the third. Patriots are roughly a quarter and a half from an AFC Championship appearance, something they're no strangers to, but they haven't sniffed since obviously Tom Brady went to the Bucs. If the Chiefs got beat 70-20, would you cry, throw things, or laugh? Oh, I'd just be laughing at that point. May is trying to set up a screen on the left side, and no, sir, wrapped up for a 1-yard loss. Wow. Togiai pulled the jersey down, and Togiai earlier had the punch out on Drake May. This game is crazy, man. I think people forget Miami has a football team. They have not been great, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. New GM on the way. Got rid of McDaniel. Third down, and May gets strip sacked. Texans jump on it. Holy smokes. It is Houston's ball at the 32. Wow. The Texans defense is so good. Stroud, quit wasting this defense. Go out and play some competent football. Do not let the best defense I have seen in possibly a decade go to waste here. My gosh. Another strip sack. Anderson Jr. off the edge, left side. They can't do nothing about these guys sometimes. The best pass rush duo in football. This is Texans ball, by the way, at about the 35-yard line. I just want to see a good game. I don't really care who wins, so let's get the Texans to score a touchdown here and tie it up. What is this game? Turnover City. All right, 1st and 10 here for Houston. Yeah, for Houston. Stroud, play action. Pressure is going to make him get sacked for, I don't even know, 12-yard loss? My gosh. Caleb on Chase on. Yeah, Chase on off the edge. I mean, Stover was trying to offer chip help. Did nothing there. Jeez. It's 2nd and 18. That's not a good start. Okay, Stroud throws middle of the field, and it is hauled in by Higgins for about 13, 14 yards. So you do get a 3rd and manageable here after an 8-yard loss on a sack. Chase on getting it done. You are a W, Timber. Thanks for the kind words, brother. They're replaying, making sure that was a catch. Ooh, the ball hit the ground. Okay, they're going to say it's a catch. We're good. 3rd and 6 at the 29. Stroud. He's going to flush from the pocket. He's got room to run. He's at the 20, out of bounds at the 18. Scrambled for about 10 yards on 3rd and 6. Saw a little bit of an opening there. Took off. He might have to do that a few more times in this one. Because if you see an open lane, Stroud might not trust his arm as much right now. And there was nowhere to go with the ball anyway. He needs to do this a couple more times. Potentially even on this drive. Field has to be a sloppy, wet mess. Oh, I agree. It's raining, sleeting, snowing. People are sliding, falling over. You got to hurry up, Stroud. 1 second on the clock. Gets it off just in time. Quick pass. Stover gets blown up after a gain of maybe 1, possibly 2. Is that Christian Gonzalez? Yeah, it was. Christian Gonzalez flying down and making that tackle there. Cleared protocol this week. Meanwhile, Nico Collins did not clear protocol. Unfortunate for Houston, who is, they're at the 17. It's a delayed handoff up the middle. Marks bounces off of one guy. On a second effort, fumbles the ball. Patriots ball. He might have been down, but he did fumble. Let's see. Nope, fumble. It got stripped. Yeah, that's a fumble. That's Patriots ball. This game is a disaster. Back-to-back fumbles here. Patriots strip sacked. Gonzalez, speaking of, stripped that ball out. Another turnover. Good Lord. There is 4 turnovers by the wait. 5 turnovers now by the Texans, 3 by the Pats. 4 INTs, a fumble lost. The Patriots have 2 fumbles lost and an INT. The Texans cannot get out of their own way, and players make plays, right? So Christian Gonzalez he stripped that ball out, and it's wet, it's slick. Yeah, 8th turnover. It's over. This is pathetic. This game is trash, bro. Ridiculous. Sloppy game. What is happening? I was joking when I said 16 turnovers, but it could happen. All you can do is laugh, said Jamie. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. The turnover bowl. FLDB? How many turnovers will this game finish with?
9.
You had to pick 9? Okay, one more?
Yeah. We'll get one more. Then they'll clean it up.
The Chiefs are in Cancun watching this mess. Yeah. I wonder how many of them actually don't watch it, but I'm sure I would be watching it. You want to feel the sting and the pain? Just embrace it. Watch the games. I mean, Mahomes said during his presser this week he's not loving watching games with them not being in it. This looks like Pee-wee football. Yeah, this game is funny, dude. It is rainy, and it's slick and wet, so turnovers are to be expected, but geez. Hey, Cole, I missed the game up to this point. Can you give me a recap? Sure. What's up, Supercars? Thanks for the 5. I'll recap you. Ready? CJ Stroud has thrown 4 interceptions. 1 for a pick 6. Drake May has been strip sacked twice. The Patriots just recovered a fumble on Woody Marks just now. It has been the turnover bowl. The Patriots they've done enough on offense to get up 14 points, but they're 1 for 8 or 1 for 9 on third downs. The Texans defense is keeping this a semi-respectable game, but it feels like a game that it should be about 35 to 13, 34 to 13. I mean, it doesn't feel close. And Drake May has the ball again at their own 12 after forcing a fumble on Woody Marks when the Texans were marching. Ramondre Stevenson, meanwhile, gets blown up for a loss of 2. Oh, my goodness. Man, Big Boy Jones. Naquan Jones made the tackle for loss and rubbed his belly. With the belly rub, loss of 2, 2nd and 12, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is the most combined turnovers in a playoff game since when? You got to rewind that in a second, FLDB, and maybe tell me, or I'll try. Stevenson with the carry for 4 yards. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Most in a playoff game since 2015. 8 combined turnovers. Most in a playoff game since 2018. All right, 3rd and 8. Demario Douglas is in the backfield. It's going to be a quick pass to Stevenson. Makes one man miss. He's knocked out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 8. The crowd's kind of booing. You got the boo birds out a little bit, but they want to see a little bit more. But I think if you're the Patriots, you're just kind of like, well, let's drain some clock. Let's play safe. You don't want to turn over here this deep in your own territory. The Texans offense has been able to do nothing all game long, so play a little conservative, drain some clock, flip the field, because the Texans were at about the 15-yard line when Marks fumbled. So now you take some time off. You're going to flip the field. Fair catch called for at the 40. So you're back 40 yards or whatever, 40, 50 yards from where you just were when you fumbled. It has to be so discouraging for this offense, for the Texans. It's just like, dude, we got to get out there again and try this again after 5 turnovers. Now, they're going to keep trying. It's like, man. Can a bet be placed on number of turnovers? I'm sure some sites will let you do it. Oinky boinky, thank you for the 2. I'm sure some sites will let you do it. Not on Underdog. But man, there's so many turnovers. Yeah, frustrating indeed, Ozzy. Booing at home. Who wouldn't want to live in Boston? Yeah, the boo. I think it sounded to me like the boo birds came out a little bit. But I think they might have a little bit of a right just to be frustrated. The Patriots are 1 for 10 on 3rd down. So, yeah, they're winning, but it's a little frustrating. If they didn't have that pick 6, it would be 13-14 right now. Potentially. Maybe they still score on offense off of that INT if it wasn't housed, but it has the potential. This is why this game is so insane to me. Because of how good the Texans defense is. If it wasn't for the pick 6, it's still like right there. And it's still an 8-point game now. How is this possible? If the Texans had even a high school team playing offense, they could probably win the whole thing. That's why, like weeks ago, I just kind of said, hey, the Texans are kind of my dark horse to make it to the Super Bowl. Not because I disrespect other teams in the AFC, but it's just like that defense is like they are upper echelon. And so if you have competent offense, you could get there on an average offense with an average offense to the big game, because the AFC is kind of weird right now. It's pretty open. Now with Bo Nix being injured, it's kind of, to me, whoever wins this game probably. But here's the thing. Let's say the Texans somehow win this game. FLDB. Let's say the Texans somehow manage to win this game. The way they're playing on offense, I don't know. The Broncos could legit win.
It could be very possible, especially with this offensive showing. The Broncos could end up winning. I mean, they just need 2 touchdowns at this point.
I mean, at this point, I think the Patriots win it. But I'm just saying, like, that's how weirdly open the AFC is. If the Patriots win this game, I'm probably putting quite a bit of money on them winning, you know, because you don't have Bo Nix, but it's just such a weird AFC. Kill, says Stroud from under center at the 41, changing the play. First and 10, hands it off to Marks, and he runs into his own lineman and fights forward for a few more yards. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, depending on the spot. Denver fans love watching this. Probably. They're looking at this and being like, we might be able to have a chance, but here's the thing. Bad weather. Who knows? We'll see what happens here. You've got 3 minutes left in the third to figure it out. Stroud, play action. Going to step up into the pocket, throws, just batted up into the air, and almost picked off again. If it was picked off again, I might have turned off the stream. Like, what are we doing? So I'm gonna watch this replay. He's targeting Hutchinson, who's lined up on the right side, and he just throws into so much traffic. He should have never thrown it there. There was 2 guys in the same area, Davis, and I couldn't see. I don't know who the other one was. They were like fighting over the ball there. 3rd and 7. Stroud's got to do something. They're bringing some pressure. And he's going to let air one out. Right side, one-handed attempt made, flag. Yep. That was PI. Davis had one arm. He had one arm. The crowd's booing it, but you can't hold an arm like that. It was definitely PI. He's holding the wrist. That's the only reason why Higgins couldn't get up there with 2 hands. It's the right call. That was a, 20-yard flag? 21-yard penalty. We got Laundry. Got him. It might happen. Don't leave us. I'm not really going to leave. I've never ended a stream. Even when the Chiefs were getting blown out in Super Bowl 59. I finished till the end. We ain't turning off. We watching playoff football, baby. Ugly or not. At the 35, Stroud in the gun, empty. He's surveying, throws off the hands of Stover, who was open. Could have caught it and ran. It was high. Plus the weather element. It's a little slick. Oh, boy. I mean, Stroud was just put too much air on it. It's a check down throw. Incomplete. Chubb motions out wide, so it's 2-3. While the Patriots are showing pressure, they only rush 4, but he's going to get sacked. Blown up for a loss of 3. Oh, boy. Jennings is down on the field, though. He might have got friendly fired. Vrabel's jogging out onto the field to check on him. He got up on his own power, but is going back down again. Yeah, man. Stroud was pressured. He ended up only getting sacked for a loss of 2, but it's 3rd and 12 now? 3rd and 13? I don't know what happened to Jennings, but he was tackling Stroud. Yeah, he had Hutchinson open on an out route right side, but when you're getting pressured forced left, there's nothing you could do. Stroud got squished. He did. Jennings got crunched underneath Stroud, and whoever else made that tackle came up in pain. Preposterous rhinoceros. Yeah, man, this game is insane. How are you guys feeling about this game, huh? It's a lot of injuries on the AFC side. How does Stroud play when the weather's good? A little bit better. I mean, the Texans are on an 8-game win streak. So their defense does the heavy lifting, but you just need some competent. Did Stroud miss the memo that this is going for the AFC crown? I don't know, man. Andy said that was holding. If that wasn't holding, then 2 plays ago wasn't PI. I mean, the reality is with the holding stuff, dude, you could You could probably call PI or defensive holding or holding on the offense every single play. I mean, you've got the guys who go screen watch looking for holds and screenshot every play and take notes after games if their team loses, which is insane to me. Indeed.com is your friend if you have that much free time. Get a job, buddy. But, yeah, it's going to happen all the time. This is such an ugly football game. Yeah, the weather is making it worse. This is your season. At some point, you got to think of putting Davis Mills in. The unfortunate thing is they were driving last drive. He looked better, and then Woody Marks fumbled. What the heck, dude? We had a guy he's typing a different language in chat. I don't know what he's saying. Football enjoyer. CJ Stroud's help. I did see that part. Missing the Chiefs games? Yeah. They out of here, man. They're sipping on some umbrella drinks on a beach right now. 3rd and 13, man. 2 minutes left to go in the third. I don't know what Stroud's going to try to do here. He's got time, though. He's going to check it down. A low throw. I don't even know if it was caught. Was that Hutchinson? If that's a catch, it's only half the distance needed. That's a catch. What a great play by Hutchinson. It was only for 5 yards on 3rd and 13. Are they going to try a field goal? What are we doing here? Oh my gosh. 51-yard attempt in a blizzard. Rain, sleet, snow. Bunch of disgusting stuff going on here. And the kick is up, and it's good. That was a great kick. Kaimi Fairbairn knocks it through. It's a 5. Dude, it is a 5-point game. It is a 5-point game. It feels like the Patriots should be winning by 17 right now. 20. What's up, Juju? Yes, sir. Team Cancun on 3. Yeah, Mahomes is not in Cancun. He's in Kansas City rehabbing. He's been attacking rehab every single day. What is with the team in field goals? 4th and 8, 51-yarder. I mean, they at least got that. Was that Fairbairn's third field goal though? Let me confirm. I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah. One of them was in the red zone, or maybe 2 of them. They were like chip shots, which that's been an Achilles heel for the Texans too. When they have been able to get down there, they're turning the ball over. Woody Marks fumbled in the red zone last drive. Stroud threw a pick in the red zone, I think. Maybe? Or is that... Let me see. There's been so many turnovers. Maybe it wasn't in the red zone. But if it wasn't a turnover in the red zone, they got stopped in the red zone and had a couple short field goals, is what I was getting at. All right, the kick is up here. Fielded at the 4. Number 34 to Ernest Johnson is going to try to make something happen here. He does get to the 30. Maybe. Before finally getting brought down. They waited forever to blow the whistle. Chelsea said it's made entertaining content though on my home chore day. I'll give it that since I don't feel like I'm missing anything amazing and can just listen. There you go. It's at least been an entertaining game. It's only a 5-point game and it's been pure chaos. Let's see what the Patriots can do here on offense at the 29-yard line. Play action, rollout right. May floats it up to Hooper. 81, hooping, going 14 yards up the right side. There you go. Little positive play there for the Pats. The 7th first down. 7th first down for this offense. You got 14 yards there. You lost your grandma a couple days ago. Do you have any advice? Oh my gosh. Well, first off, I'm really sorry for your loss, man. Took a heavy turn. I will respond in a second after this play action pass from Drake May. He's going to try to scramble up into the pocket, got folded awkwardly as he slid down near the line of scrimmage. Daniil Hunter chasing him from behind like a hyena. Said you lost your grandma? Man. I don't know if I have great advice, because when you grieve a loved one, his leg got folded under him awkwardly. But when you're grieving a loved one, it's almost like nobody's going to be able to say anything to make it better. Just like cherish those times and never forget. The wounds will heal slightly, but there will always be scars, you know? You're always going to have that pain of loss. 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Do they run a play? They do not. I think the best thing you can do when you lose a loved one is do your best to move forward in your life every single day, just honoring their memory. Never move on from remembering that person. But hopefully that helped a little bit. Again, when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, sometimes like it's just best for people to not even try to tell you how to feel, what to think, because everybody grieves in their own way. But we're on a commercial break. The start of the fourth quarter is here. FLDB, it's a 5-point game. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, it's close. It's sloppy. It's close.
Sloppy as the field, man.
Yeah. And it's just going to get worse. I think the snow is going to get heavier as the game progresses towards the end.
It's really coming down. We got another game after this. I'm pretty excited for that one. Should be good.
Yeah, that one's going to be great. It's going to be cold too. So we'll see how that goes.
How's the weather, though? Like, I know it's supposed to be cold, but is it going to be doing this? You know what I mean?
No, it won't. It will not be snowing. There's barely any chance of precipitation.
That might make it a little more interesting. I mean, the weather's kind of made this one fun, because it's like, well, every time you think they're doing something, they don't, because of a turnover.
Yeah, and it is going to be 11. It looks like 11-mile-an-hour wind, and it's going to feel like -20. So,
hey, I'll let you hold this down. I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, it says cloudy and windy with snow showers mainly during the evening, low 1 degree. So maybe there is some snow, but we'll see. It is snow. Okay. I know in Minnesota here it's snowing too, but I didn't know if it would be snowing. Regardless, the snow is not going to go away with it being that cold, and the field is going to be hard as a rock. So any tackling, they're gonna feel it. How is it still 21? It's 21 because the Texans defense is just fantastic. You think Mahomes should work on his mechanics upper body strength? I think they strive to do that all the time.
1st and 10, check down right side to Ramondre Stevenson. Goes for 2 yards. I don't even know what question you were trying to answer, but the game came back on, so I cut from it. All right, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 here for the Patriots, and man, if you're the Pats, you really want to get down here and get some points, because a touchdown would make it, what, a 12-point game? You would feel really good about that, at the top of the fourth quarter here. But if you got to punt again and it's only a 5-point game, here we go. Big 3rd and 8. Let's find out. Drake May looks right, throws downfield. That's got to be a flag. He was trying to target Booty. Yeah, that is a big flag. Derek Stingley Jr. with the PI was freaking all over him. You had to throw it. Yep, you had to throw it, man. Stingley you can't do that. He grabbed both shoulder pads, and then Booty's falling down, and he still almost made the grab. That's an unfortunate penalty there for Stingley, because that's a guy that you're like, hey, man, You can't be making those. Can't be doing that. It was 3rd and 8. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 38 for the Pats, getting a little life here. Hunter Henry in motion. Drake under center is going to hand this ball off. Henderson jukes right, spins, gets about 7, maybe 6. I'm going to open a cold brew, dude. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to sip on some caffeine. He had his hands all over Booty. I mean, he did. He really did. That was crazy, dude. That was almost PG-13. 2nd and 4. Here we go. May hands it off, completely blown up. Man, To'o, Al-Shair were both there. I feel like it's a loss of 1. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but that was a great play there by the Texans defense. You can't grab Booty. Nah, you can't, dude. Not in an NFL game. You're getting in trouble. All right, 3rd and 5. At the 33. May has a couple options left side. He's going to look right and fire a nuke to the end zone. One-handed grab. Are you kidding me? Keyshawn Booty. Oh, shoot. Incredible. No way. That was insane. One hand hauls it in. That is a touchdown. Wow. Well, if you're the Patriots, if you're fans, you are loving that one. I almost said uncredible. I was going to say unreal, incredible, outstanding. Throw a word in there. Booty with the catch, quite possibly of the playoffs. Oh my gosh. D'Amico Ryans cannot believe what he's seeing. They're going to review it, but I think that's going to stand. Let's see. One hand bobbles it back to himself. The ball. Okay, let's see. There was a little bit of movement, but I don't feel like the ground. Do you think the ground did enough on that replay to overturn that? Because I don't.
No, it was tied to his body. He had when he rolled and it hit the ground, it was tied to his body. I don't think that was a catch for
Bro,
sure.
That was awesome. I just love football, dude. I love football. That was awesome. Snow's coming down, playoffs. It's a 5-point game. The Patriots, somebody needs to do something. And you're telling me that it's a one-handed diving grab from Keyshawn Booty in the end zone? That was incredible. King Zach, thanks so much for the gifted. No, I think it's going to stand. That was a heck of a catch. Oh my gosh. Well, that was fun. That'll wake you up. That was Booty. Yeah, it was. Booty got a gripper on him. We got a lot of Booty jokes in here. It didn't move. No, I don't think so. Terrible game. All-time great catch. It's crazy. So on that 3rd down, Derek Stingley got the PI, extended the drive there for the Patriots, and that was a 32-yard touchdown from Drake May. Put it where it needed to be, but I would say great throw, better catch. I mean, that catch was insane. Cole is hyping us up. That was a Booty house call, dude. That's what. There's so many jokes. It's just, that's his last name, man. There's nothing we can do about it. Cole's hyping us up. Here's the thing. I love just football. I just love football, man. Of course, do I want the Chiefs to be in the playoffs? Yes. But do I respect great plays And when players make plays, heck yeah. That was fun. That was awesome. I think that's the most hyped I've been all playoffs. Like, just that catch was insane. Unreal. They just replayed it. That was freaking electric. Yeah, that stands. The extra point is good. That was fun. So it was booty on Stingley Jr. So Stingley gives up the PI and the touchdown. I feel like there was nothing else Stingley could have even done on this play. I guess get your head around. You could get your head around and try to make a play on the ball, but he was pretty airtight in coverage. It's just booty dives out with that one-handed grab, hauls it in. Yep, they confirmed it. Touchdown, extra point, good. It's now a 12-point game. If the Texans don't get points on this drive, in particular a touchdown, you're going to Cancun. I don't want to say matter of fact, but look, you need points. Because a field goal is still a 9-point game. So it's like you need a touchdown. That was a great catch. I love football, but the Patriots just, you can't like them. That's fine. I get it. I get the thought behind it, I guess, for sure. Previous dynasty, all that. I hated those guys for years. Noel is going to try to make a good return happen, but he does not. Gets blown up, trying to cross from the right to the left, tackled at the 22-yard line. The Patriots are getting hype. The crowd's getting hype. What an electric time right now for Patriots fans. Remember, when you lose an all-time great quarterback, arguably the GOAT, well, most people are going to say he's the GOAT, Tom Brady, he moves on to the Bucs. You're just kind of in flux. Patriots fans are like, man, will we ever be able to see another deep playoff run again? And here we are. Not that long later, 5-6 years later, it's a pitch to Woody Marks' left side. He's got a decent run, about 6-7 yards up the left side. Yeah, he got mossed. Under the old rules, that wouldn't be a TD. Yeah, I do like that they kind of have adapted the rules, because the rules, I think what you're referring to is just if the ball touches the ground at all, it's not a catch. But I feel like the ball can touch the ground. And if you have possession and it doesn't affect like the outcome of it, you know what I mean? And you survive the ground there, it's fine. All right, 2nd and 6, Stroud. He's got time. He's going to uncork a deep ball down the left side. Oh, man. Higgins couldn't get back to the ball. No flag, 3rd and 6. It was underthrown a little bit, and he tried to adjust to it. Couldn't. Gonzalez, I believe, was in coverage. Higgins wants a break. Maybe a smoke break. After the way this game has been. I feel like I think it's a good thing Gonzalez turned around. If Gonzalez doesn't turn around there, ooh, there's a hold there. They're showing a replay. If Gonzalez doesn't turn his head around, that's DPI. But he got his head around, made a play on the ball, and that's how you avoid getting flagged on an underthrown ball. And Stroud's going to have to take a timeout? Brother, this is the playoffs. You can't run a play? You have one timeout, and there's 12 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You're trailing by 12. You're going to need them. These guys are frustrating. If you guys watched me last week watch the Texans, I think at one point in time, I was pacing around the room screaming at Stroud because he fumbled 5 times. I also fell on my back laughing after like the 5th fumble. This team is hilarious. This team is hilarious. one timeout is insane with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You got to act to get the call. Well, and also Gonzalez turned his head around and made a play, which helped for sure. 3rd and 6 at the 27. Stroud, 3 options to his right, steps back to throw, surveying, rolling right, throws, almost picked off, tried to hit Stover. Stover is down on the field, grabbing at his knee. That's not good. Oh, boy. Dalton Schultz is already out of this game with a calf injury. Stover was the next man up, reliable target-wise, and he is gripping at that knee, grimacing in pain. I mean, Stroud rolls right. It's just, oh, shoot! Yeah, he got that foot caught up underneath, and he was trying to make a play at a horrible pass from Stroud, and it got caught awkwardly. That's not good. Look, man. Stroud, that was a bad pass. Like, you're rolling right, Stover is going right, and you throw behind him to his left by like 1.5 yards. He's trying to come back to the football and make a play. It's snowing, it's raining. I mean, Stroud's just got to be better, and he's not. They do not, the defense is so good. And they're just wasting away, withering away like a plant in a desert with no water. Like they're a bunch of cacti blocking and preventing anything from happening, but they haven't had water in a long time. This is not a very good analogy here, but I'm just saying there's no reinforcements coming for the Texans defense, and Stroud is playing so poorly. That looked like it hurt so bad. That was awful.
Yeah. Terrible throw. And non-contact injury. It looks like he bore something.
He folded, like he just slipped and his foot like caught so awkwardly in the knee. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to speculate as to like what actually happened, but it did not look good. Davis Mills time? Maybe. Yeah, I hope the best for Stover. That just looked... It didn't look good. Just put it that way. Texans are going bye-bye. Is Bo Nix injury good for KC? In what way? You can't beat the Pats in Foxborough? I mean, not if you throw 4 picks and fumble the ball. No. All you needed was a competent quarterback playing offense. And to be fair, the Patriots defense has made some plays for sure, but Stroud has also just thrown some awful footballs. Like at least 6 horrible passes from Stroud. He should have 7 picks in this game. Oh, man, what a punt from Townsend. It goes all the way to the 2. It's fielded at the 4. As a special teamer dove almost into... Well, he did dive into the end zone, but he batted that ball, keeping it from rolling into the end zone. What a punt by Townsend. 69 nice yard punt by Tommy Townsend is insane. 69 yards. My gosh. That was a great punt, man. Yeah, 4 INTs and a fumble. This is going to lose you a game probably anywhere, anytime. Even the Bills at 4 turnovers, they almost somehow won. May is going to hand this ball off. Right side for about 7 yards. Ramondre Stevenson gets the carry. 6, drink a margarita on the beach. Possibly so. Man, the snow is really coming down right now. I love a good snow game. I wish the snow was sticky. That's the only thing, my only complaint here. It's not cold enough for the snow to stick. All right. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. 2nd and 2. Another right side handoff to Stevenson. Goes for about 5 or 6. First time chatter. How long have you been a Chiefs fan? What's up, Tristan? I was born in Kansas City. Still live here. So, I mean, my whole life, my parents and grandparents are Chiefs fans from Kansas City area too. Where do you get your shirt at? Mademob.com. I think exclamation point Mademob will get you the link. 1st and 10 here at the 18. 2 seconds on the play clock. Under center handoff here. Another right side run to Stevenson goes for 7 yards. I think Josh, the OC over there in New England, is playbook is stuck on the same play, dude. It's working though. If the same play's running, do it again. 8 yards, 6 yards, 9 yards. Do it again. 2nd and 1. Another right side run goes for 6 yards. This is great. If they do one more, they're trolling. If you run the same play from under center, right side, you're trolling. Like, there is no way. It is the same play. Please do it again. That one only went for 2 yards, I guess. He fell forward for more, but he must have had a knee or something hit. Offset I formation. It's a run left side for 6. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a Henderson run. If I said Ramondre, it was 32. The rookie. It's not snow, dude. It's sleet. It's snow now, dude. What do you mean? What the frick do you mean, dude? Look at the kid. Use your eyeballs. What do you mean that's not snow? Another handoff here. Henderson can't get outside. It's not snow, dude. It's sleet. Oh, God, dude. You guys stress me out, man. I need a cigarette. God, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just being dramatic. All right, 3rd and 7. It was rain, then sleet, then started to snow, then kind of sleeted. But, dude, recently this is snow. You look like sleet, Dan. I'm just playing. Throwing right on 3rd and 7. Oh, my gosh. What a dart. Diggs, first down. What a play. L Smoker. I don't smoke. I was just kidding. What a great throw. Diggs, right side. Makes a great adjustment on the football. Hauls it in. And he said very clearly snow. Sleet is like a mix. It can snow, but it's not warm enough for it to stick. That's some snow, dog. All right, another handoff. This time, Petrie says, no, sir. Tackles him for a 3-yard loss. The problem is the Patriots have gone 7 plays or 8 plays now. You've drained over 4 minutes off the clock, and you're up by 12. What does trolling mean? Trolling means like jacking around, not being serious, being sarcastic. Dan. I'm just having fun, guys. Regardless, it's a wintry mix. 2nd and 12 at the 44. May, another handoff. Stevenson, nice little shimmy juke right, gets up for about 6. 3rd down. Yep, definitely chewing up clock. A lot of chewing. CJ Stroud has a blank look on his face. Rightfully so. Because I'm sure you can't believe your performance either, because we can't. Tell you that. All right, 3rd and 8 with 6 minutes left. May, step back to throw. He's going to loft a moon ball. Incomplete. No flags. Kyle Williams was the intended target. He bounced off the ground pretty hard trying to make a play on it. It looked like it hurt. Okay, so you are going to... That incompletion stops the clock, and you're going to punt. But the Texans need a miracle. You don't need a field goal. You need a touchdown. You need 2 touchdowns. It's a 12-point game. There's nothing else you can do here. You need a miracle. I'm talking walking on water, turning the snow into wine, like miracle. 4th and 8. It would start by housing this punt. Fair catch called for at the 12, so never mind. Stroud better start filling out that Starbucks application. Oh, no. They wasted over 6 minutes. Yep, 10 plays, 44 yards, 6 minutes off the clock. Somebody said he was trolling you about asking what trolling is. It's hard to know, man. I mean, there's some people that are maybe a little bit older in chat and might not know. So I just answered genuinely. 1st and 10, throw to the right, incomplete. There was some contact. No flag, 2nd and 10. That was 100% pass interference. Andy, you love flags. You want flags out the ass, don't you? And he's like, that's a flag, that's a flag, that's a flag. There's a flag on every play. Stroud on 2nd and 10, checks it down. And Bryant is going to get 8. Man. Carlton Davis is back in the locker room with a potential head injury. Obviously a loss for the Pats if they advance here. 3rd and 1. Harrison Bryant is the 3rd-string tight end, getting a lot of work in this one. Another check down throw goes for 5. And he said, yes, I want more flags. 5 minutes, you're in hurry up here. Stroud from the gun. You got to start taking some shots, brother. He lofts one out of bounds. Hit as he threw. Now, when I say you got to start taking some shots, I'm not talking about drinks at the bar. I'm talking about some downfield throws. You are down by 12. You need to do something. Now, here's the reality. The Patriots are definitely playing prevent. So they're not going to want... They're going to do all they can to not allow the big play. Drake may win. It's looking pretty likely, man. 2nd and 10 at the 29. Oh, boy. Patriots are showing pressure. They're going to bring some heat. Stroud, incomplete. Tried to target Hutchinson. Pass broken up. It's 3rd and 10. Gonzalez making another play. Gonzalez is a dog, man. You're more entertaining than the boring broadcast. Troy, thanks, man. Let's go. Hey, we got to make it fun. We got to keep it fun in here. Ooh, 3rd and 10. Wintry mix coming down, so I don't offend with the wrong verbiage. It looks like snow to me, but what do I know? 3rd and 10 here. Stroud needs a miracle, and not happening. Sack. Loss of 7. Dunzo. Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cancun. I mean, you got to go for it. It's 4th and 18. If y'all punt, you're hilarious. They're punting. What are we doing? Why are they punting? Hilarious, man. It's fielded at the 18, and Jones is going to try to flip field, return up the right side, and he does. Gets about 10. That's a late shove. Potentially. No? Okay, no flag. Like, I get that it's 4th and 18. But, dude. Yeah, but they're down by 12 with 4 minutes left. Here's the reality. If you turn the ball over, you are so deep in your own territory. Like, I get it to a little bit of an extent, I guess, but man. All right, 4 minutes to go. Patriots ball. At the 28, handoff right side to Ramondre, and he's got room. Right side, cuts in and gets 8. I thought he was going to run out of bounds, but wisely cuts back in. Staying in the field of play. Clock doesn't keep running? I'm confused. Why? Oh, timeout Texans. That makes more sense. They called their last timeout of the game, and they could be really utilizing timeouts right now that they burned earlier on in the second half. Defense has a better chance of scoring. All right, fair enough. They gave up. Kind of. Seems like it. Handoff again on 2nd and 1 is they're going to get 2. Ramondre gets the first down, keeps the chains moving. And the Texans are done, dude. They're out of timeouts. That's why I didn't understand the idea of the punt. It's 4th and 18. But what analytics is going to say, yeah, you need to punt down 12 with 1 timeout, 4 minutes to go? I don't know. All right, 1st and 10. The wintry mix continues. Play gets blown dead before the snap. I think the Patriots called a timeout. I really wish this really wish this weather was doing this at the beginning of the game. Snow is coming down now. Yeah, I know. I wish it was doing this since the beginning. It was like raining. Am I calling the next game? Yeah. What time's the next game at?
22 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this one of the worst QB performances in playoff history? It's got to be up there. It's pretty bad. Stroud has a QB rating of 25. 18 for 42. 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. In 20 minutes. All right, yeah, we'll end this stream after the game and do it again. We'll do it again. Another handoff. Left side goes for a loss of 1. The Texans can't do anything. You have no timeouts. You got the 2-minute warning. You're down 12. You could hope for like a defensive scoop and score. Then you would have to like get an onside kick and score a touchdown again. What's crazy is, man, the Texans had opportunities. A couple of times they settled for a field goal. I mean, the Texans are 1 for 4 in the red zone, guys. There was opportunities even with all the turnovers, which is insane. But the reality is, woulda, shoulda, coulda. And another handoff on 2nd and 10 goes nowhere. It's going to take you to the 2-minute warning, but the Patriots, they don't care about woulda, shoulda, coulda. because they're going to get it done and move on to the AFC Championship game to take on to take on the Denver Broncos. Jarrett Stidham and the Denver Broncos. I reflexively said Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. I was not trying to poke fun at the injury there, because that is super unfortunate. You got Patriots fans in the stands with no shirts on. Crazy guys. Yeah, 2-minute warning. Yeah, it's going to be I don't know how the Patriots don't get to the Super Bowl, man. What are the Broncos supposed to do with Jarrett Stidham? Yeah, they're talking about that Kayshon Boutte play, man. That really, that took a 5-point game to a 12-point game. I mean, that really was like the kill shot ultimately for this game. And I mean, the Texans, let's look at all their second half drives. 11 plays, 58 yards, field goal. 5 plays, 16 yards, fumble. 6 plays, 26 yards, field goal. 3 plays, 4 yards, punt. 6 plays, 7 yards, punt. Huh? It's not going to get it done. That's not going to get it done. And then at the beginning of the second half, the Patriots fumble. And the Texans fumble right back. Give them the ball right back. What a hilarious game. Hilarious game. What injuries happened? Yeah, I mean, Nico was out. Dalton Schultz left. Cade Stover left. They didn't even talk about, did they talk about his injury at all? I don't think they did. You feel bad for Bo Nix? Yeah, dude. That's super unfortunate. Like, obviously, I don't want the Broncos to win the Super Bowl or anything, but to find out that your starting quarterback is injured, like after the game, because he finished it on that final drive is when he hurt that ankle. Gut punch, man. How many years does CJ have on his contract? Ooh, another Jason Statham movie. He's still making movies. I think he's on the last year of his rookie deal. They can for 2026. They could pick up his 5th-year option if they want, or get a long-term deal done. But man, some unfortunate performances there. Patriots and Denver in the championship. I'm sick to my stomach, bringing back memories. Yeah, they're going. They're going. Yeah, Stroud is still on his rookie deal, yes. The last year of it is 2026 NFL season, unless they want to pick up his 5th year, which they can. 3rd and 10, play action, roll out right by May. Try to target Austin Hooper, incomplete, 4th down. They tried to just get it done right then and there. Couldn't make it happen. -2 games. -2 games? What's that mean? I mean, these last 2 games have been awful. I don't see what confidence you have in Stroud long-term after these 2 games. He had 5 fumbles last week, lost 2 or 3, threw a pick. He had 4 picks in this game. Should have had 8, probably, once all was said and done. All right, Jalen Knoll fields the punt at the 20. Spins, gets up to about the 28. Oh, Stroud's contract, I get it. It's all over. Yeah, it's over. The Patriots went 4-13 and 23, 4-13 and 24 with Belichick and then Mayo. Vrabel takes over 14-3, and they're going to the conference championship game. And they're playing super prevent right now. Stroud steps back to throw, and he's just going to check it down. It's exactly what the Patriots want. You got to go hurry, hurry. Camden said, I don't like the Donkeys. Yeah, most Chiefs fans don't like any of the division opponents for sure, man. Another check down. Right side Goes for 6, maybe 7. Okay. Okay, then. It's Harrison Bryant getting involved. Texans are the only team to never play in a conference championship game. They're about to go to 0-7 in the divisional round. Unreal, dude. Patriots are bringing the house. Stroud, another throw behind his intended target. Jalen Knoll, middle of the field, incomplete. Is Stroud injured or what? Because he's missing so many throws. You wasted away this defense, man. I mean, Texans fans are going to be disappointed, rightfully so. You had a defense good enough to get you to the Super Bowl if you just played competent on offense, and that is not what happened with Stroud as he checks it down and overthrows Bryant. Harrison Bryant couldn't haul it in. Meanwhile, on the flip side, congrats to the Patriots and their fan base. They are going to the conference championship. They gave me nightmares my entire childhood, and here we are again. That's fun. But you got to be happy if you're a Patriots fan, because you're probably going to the Super Bowl. I mean, you going to lose to the Broncos and Jarrett Stidham? I don't think so. 4th and 4, play gets blown dead before the snap, and I think the Patriots call a timeout. Somebody in chat said it's definitely not snowing. Yeah, sure. It's actually sunshine and rainbows. Believe it or not, it's about 75. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Perfect weather. This is garbage time? Yes. For sure, for sure. Stroud has an injury at his hand. He's been looking at it all game. Looks like he's in pain. There you go. Well, that makes a little more sense. I do remember him kind of looking at it, but it wasn't all game. Unless he came into the game with the hand injury. It was like in the second half, maybe. Top Notch said, Gingers give me nightmares. Oh, man. South Park reference. 4th and 4, trips to the left. Stroud steps up into the pocket, fires a deep ball. Hutchinson, early jump on it, and he can't haul it in. Incomplete. He jumped too early. It's over. Turnover on downs. That's game. Hutchinson won his route, jumped too early for the ball. I think I said that in real time. He jumped too early. He was down on the ground in pain, probably knocked the wind out of himself. He just jumped too early, mistimed it. I memean, he had the opportunity to keep a hold of it. It wouldn't have mattered, man. You're going to run over to the 10-yard line or wherever that would have been and spike it with under a minute left, down 12 to try to do what? Yep, good defense. That's it. That's game. I mean, some of it is good defense for sure, right? They made some plays, but some of it also is just like Stroud is incapable of being a average quarterback the last 2 games. It's like unable to do so, which is super unfortunate for the Texans. I'll go ahead and eat crow on my prediction. I said I think the Texans could get out of here in a close one if Stroud does not repeat an awful performance from last week. The Patriots took advantage of everything. 4 picks, a fumble. They were not perfect either. It was a wet, snowy, sleety, wintry mix of a game. And the Patriots are going to their first AFC Championship appearance since 2018. The Texans fall to 0-7 in the divisional round, and they are going home. It's going to be the Broncos against the Patriots. And I think the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. I would put $500 down on it. I'm not doing that because I'm going to be responsible with when I place wagers and all that stuff. But it's Jarrett Stidham, who hasn't played football basically in 2 years, hasn't played meaningful snaps in 2 years. Unless the Patriots just melt down and May has a CJ Stroud level performance, they're going to win. So there you go. Hats off to the Pats. And we are going to get off of this stream and get ready for the next one. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Mods, appreciate you. We're going to get ready for Bears and Rams. I'm super stoked for that one. So appreciate y'all. Thanks everybody for the super chats, the dono bombs, the mods holding it down, everybody in chat. I'll see you in the next live stream if you want to hang out during that one. And until next time in like 5 minutes, let's go. Let's freaking go.